There's going to be a civil war.
Yeah.
God,
But before there's a civil war, you can catch me at the Fargo Tap Room on June 10th and 11th. That's like the only thing that I'm really excited about that I'm doing.
Okay.
Is this going to come out before June 10th or 11th?
Yeah, it'll come out next Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see.
God,
about
I
that.
hope so.
We'll see about
plus
that.
your shows and your Instagrams and all those things.
Oh, yeah. You can, if you liked me here, you can check out We Cool Podcast. It's a podcast where 3 white men apologize for things, demand apologies, and we read anonymous listener apologies, which could be from you if you want.
I did submit one. You guys
Really?
did read it, yeah.
We read it?
Yeah, I think you hated me as a person.
No way!
Yeah. You're like,
Was
no,
it-
not accepted or something.
Was it the shampoo? The
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.
Top 10 gifts.
What's a GIF?
GIF.
GIF, okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Yeah.
every day is a GIF. A long GIF
I do.
that ends after 24 hours.
That's true.
And then, you know what happens? You go to sleep, and that GIF starts right over again.
That's freaking Bill Murray-esque right there. Little Russian doll.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an incredible internet troll. Like a GIF that lasts 24 hours.
It would be.
Like, I'm still watching this.
I wonder how much that would be. It would take a long time to load, I bet.
Isn't that just pushing the automatic replay button on YouTube?
Well, no, you get tricked into watching it because
you
it's a
think
GIF
it's a
file.
GIF.
You think it's short.
There it is.
You're just like, is this going to end?
And
then-
there's no audio. Maybe.
Exactly.
GIFs don't usually have audio.
Quality's bad.
That's the next step in technology for GIFs. Add audio to it.
They did that. They called it something else.
Really?
Yeah, I used to watch like porno ones.
Hell yeah.
Like, why am I watching people get nut on their face if I can't hear it?
What's the fucking point?
You guys know who John Daly is?
Yeah, we talk about him kind
All
of
the
all the
time.
time.
Yeah,
we do talk about
That's
him a lot.
75% of
Do
the
you know who John Daly
podcast.
is?
Is John Daly the review guy?
No, he's the golfer that was like sponsored by Hooters and like has.
No. Is he the bad boy of golf?
He was for a while.
Like
He was the
93.
Shooter McGavin of golf.
No, Shooter McGavin was just an asshole. John Daly's a party animal.
He's not an asshole.
Today during his 18 hole round at the PGA Championship, he smoked 21 cigarettes, drank 12 Diet Cokes, ate 6 packs of peanut butter M&Ms, and drank 0 ounces of water.
How old is this guy?
52.
Yeah, okay.
Guy is just such a G.
Is he
not for much
is he
longer.
the state of Florida?
Well,
He's had COVID
I
8
think
times.
he's from Florida. I think
he
so.
really?
I think so. It's either Florida or Oklahoma, so like not.
I figure he's not that old yet.
Oklahoma's just landlocked Florida, isn't it? I mean,
Oh wow. Yeah.
it's got to be.
You can smoke cigarettes on a PGA Tour golf course?
John Daly can for sure.
I wonder.
That is actually
I mean,
surprising.
there are
yeah.
guys. That, I've seen guys like vaping and like guys that do the.
Well, yeah, but there's no. What are you disposing there? Where does he put the butts? In his ass.
I hope so.
Puts him out on his caddy's face.
God, I honestly
Fuck
I
over
hope it's
here.
that instead of the ass thing. Unfortunately,
The
but
caddy likes
you
it,
just
though.
pitch them.
Yeah.
I mean, you just fucking do one of those
No
moves.
way on the grass?
Hell yeah.
On the sacred grass.
That's a
A
badass.
lot of smokers out there, believe it or not.
Oh,
they
yeah,
just
dude.
don't show them on camera when.
I
It seems
smoked,
like the type of place that would have a smoking section, even though it's outdoors.
Yeah.
I smoked a bunch of cigarettes when I went with my brothers. Are we
Yeah.
recording, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I hope so.
Tiger was a smoker, wasn't he?
He's smoking hat.
Well, I mean, he smoked chicks with his rod, I think, a few times.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he.
I feel like he's a
Smokes
I might
cigarettes.
just be
I mean,
thinking
he's-
of
he's-
Obama.
he's
I
like
might
the-
be thinking of Obama.
Probably. He
That's fucked up.
Obama definitely smoked.
Tiger Woods, the Obama of golf.
Yeah.
Let's try and redeem you here real quick. Here we go. Redemption. He's smoking a golf tee.
Golf tee. Yep.
Close.
Nice.
Pretty close.
Oh, wait, there he is.
Yep.
I see no issues here.
Wait, is that Barack Obama?
Oh fuck, dude! It's been what 3 weeks since we've all been in the same room.
Yeah.
Fucking bananas. So we
Like
went to
3
Florida,
years since I've seen Ryan.
and I had anxiety every single day that I woke up.
Well, you were in Florida.
One small thing would go wrong every day,
Yeah.
until the final day. I was like, the one thing I was looking forward to was seeing manatees, sea cows.
Yeah.
I was so fucking stoked. We get to this place where you can get in a see-through kayak and go along the river and fucking hang out with these dudes, right? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
fuck
super.
Were you able to go under
That's
it while
super
someone
rad.
shits on it?
Did the see-through kayaks have Flex Seal on them?
yeah. I wore see-through pants and they were like,
Sir, it's just the kayaks. Sir,
See-through kayak, the condom of the sea.
sir, we are in Florida, but we could see your hog, please.
But we got there and there were no employees there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I call and I'm like, hey, we're looking to rent some kayaks. And they're like, oh, no, we're not doing that today. It's too windy. If you make your way down to the barge, we can take you on a boat and maybe see some manatees. Like the most passive, like, maybe, I don't know, guy. I was like, fuck, dude. He's like, just go along the river. They pop up from time to time. That's the best you're going to get. I was like, cool.
Too windy for kayaks?
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to stay stationary. So if you tried to stop to look at manatees, you'd just keep on cruising. You
You've
know what I
never
mean?
heard of an anchor? Couldn't you
For a
just-
what-
kayak?
What? Well,
Everybody gets an anchor.
pretty sure an anchor would work in any.
And she just harpoon into one of the manatees.
So-
God, that's what I was thinking.
To
Then
give
you can-
context for
drag
how
you
windy
around.
it was, there were workers out there that were like kind of cutting some of the brush on the opposite side of this river. They had a massive anchor and couldn't stay in one spot. So it was super fucking windy.
If they were just being bad at their job, I respect that. It's fuck work.
So we got to see the tips of their noses. I'll put up some photos here.
Put him right over Ryan's head.
Put it over my hairline.
God,
That's what
yes.
the top of my head looks like if I let myself go bald. So yeah, I'm sponsored by Keeps and what's the other? Rogaine.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So a fake one and a real one?
Yeah, fake one, real one, and I'm getting a hair transplant in India.
I was just going to say, my brother was taking pills from India.
Really?
The guys that bring you hair transplants. It's like, those are two totally different things.
I was just watching a thing on India last night, and this guy had a
Was it-
cane.
Was it Modi?
No, he maybe I don't know who Modi is, but
Oh,
it could have been Modi.
He's
but
the president of India.
it wasn't him for
He's-
sure.
He's
It-
a huge anti-Semite. Man, that guy hates the Jews. Keep going.
Okay. He had a cane, and he was naked, and he would put his penis on the
For sure.
cane, and then wrap it up, and then he would put it behind his legs, and then he would like do squats,
I know exactly who you're
He
talking
was
about.
stretching his crank out, or
stretching his freaking crank out.
So there's a bunch of gurus that like.
I
will-
just wish I had a dick long enough to wrap around a cane.
He did have
At
a
least
big dick,
once.
but
Just
how
had a piece on him.
was it long to begin with, or did the cane do
Well,
that?
that's. I mean,
That's-
I suppose maybe he started with like a drumstick.
Dude, something cracked the first time. You heard like if you were
Sheesh.
cracking your back, that happened in his dick the first time he did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's like an alley or like
What are his boners?
an
like?
I
outlet.
was going to say, they're not full math.
They
There's an
can't-
outlet
can't be.
of gurus
Can't have sex.
that do this practice that will, and they'll teach you how to stretch your hog if you
This guy
wanna
needs
do
a scaffold to fuck someone.
Does he get stretched? Oh God, that'd be awesome.
it. Milking table is the only way.
He has to have support.
I am a
beams.
forever top, not by choice. Man, that is something.
Isn't Turkey the capital of the
India?
world for hair transplants?
Oh,
Is it?
I thought Turkey was the capital.
I mean,
of
I'm
India.
asking like I don't actually know, but I do know that.
One of those rhetorical.
I would think it'd be like Chad or something.
It's Turkey.
Yeah, Chad, Indiana. So, anyways, we get back from Florida.
Manatees.
It's Wednesday, and the next day I have that show with Connor and Ryan and these guys, and I'm like, I need a
Who
little.
hosted that again?
So we needed.
We're not allowed to say it.
No, it's fine.
Was he
Cheryl
tolerable?
Crow. Huh?
Was it tolerable?
Way more tolerable than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean,
Pleasant, at least.
But the thing is,
Well, he is 41,
his-
so at
his-
some point you got to figure
his joke style is very like he's waiting for fucking Johnny Carson to call him over to the couch. Like he needs to get out of that era, is what I will say.
it out. So he's presenting his material.
Yes.
As opposed to, yeah, sure.
Very nice guy.
But I was
Yeah, he is.
I was impressed.
He really is.
He was able to pivot, which I've never seen him do before. So he was going down a route of jokes, realized that the crowd wasn't into it. He's like, not into the sex stuff? Okay. And then pivoted and went into
Really?
like,
Because he used to just drive bits into the ground.
yeah.
And the crowd, too.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole experience, he would just...
Well,
I'm happy to hear that it's getting better.
some people would say a good host will leave the crowd excited and ready for more. I've always said a good host will leave the crowd exhausted and wondering why they came.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
A good host will absolutely emotionally exhaust an audience.
Yeah.
Wisdom. Okay.
Wasn't that kind of the goal? Because then the other comics really got to work for it.
That kind of was how it ended. Now that I think about it, because he was just screaming it like four people.
Yeah, it's never low volume.
No.
Went to the show. When was the last time you were at Nordic?
It might have been the last time Connor headlined. Because I think I featured for him last time, too. He's got to switch up his lineups, man. What are you doing booking me twice?
Oh, no. So I think you're talking about Alex's show.
Was it the one that... Was it that...
Because Petra's picks, it went Connor and then you.
Yeah, I remember Connor was like crushing.
Oh, I think I was tired. Yeah, or
And
they were tired.
Yeah, and then you came up to me and you were like, hey, next time you should probably have him headline. And I was like, hot take.
Yeah.
I'll turn the clock back.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
fix
Yeah,
this.
because I thought it was him headlining.
Because there was
Okay.
a shit ton of people there, and I felt awful because I was like, well, and the reason that people were so fucking exhausted is because the owner of Nordic kept coming up to me and being like, "Yo, we need to throw another intermission in here."
I remember that now.
This
Yep.
isn't a
That was the
fucking
last
play,
one.
dude. What are we doing here?
Yeah. So
They weren't selling enough
I was
beer
so-
or something?
He's like, people need to be able to get up and buy beer. I'm like, people are already buying beer.
and
man.
why don't you have waitresses and waiters to
like,
go out and
don't you have
But-
employees?
How many people are in the main, like the not comedy room?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Couldn't you just go out there and say, "Hey, do you guys want some?"
Mhm.
Right. Like, dude,
but
that was-
so I hadn't been there
Sold 85
since then
tickets
either.
that night.
and it was so like the way that the inside looks is totally different.
Yeah, they
Much
threw, like,
better
the
vibe.
shiplap on the wall behind the stage, right?
Yep. And just to let you know that Zach is still a little bit of a sleazebag, there's this poker table in the green room now where he
And you're like, you definitely host games here that are illegal. Because that in the green room, there's that door in like the back left corner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, it.
Yeah,
He doesn't
no, yeah.
fucking know me.
Fucking narc.
I mean, the guy's a fucking asshole, and he
Was this
screwed-
karma?
He screwed both of us out of
Yeah.
like a shit ton of money, but
Probably gambled it all.
probably. But Chris brought me back there when we first started like hosting and shit there. Opened up the door. There's a fucking tattoo chair and like all this stuff set up in there. Like this guy was just like totally illegally tattooing people in a fucking brewery.
That's
like-
a sterile environment.
Yeah.
Good place for
sure.
customers, though.
Yeah, we're not fermenting anything here.
I'm gonna get a tattoo at this Applebee's. I'm gonna get an illegal tattoo.
like what? And I don't know. That guy was fucking weird.
Yeah. So I didn't see Zach until the very end. The show went awesome. Got to see Dana. Remember, I always feel bad, but
That makes sense.
I'm going to cut that
Can we
part
cut
out.
that, please?
Come on.
So that-
Timestamp.
But
See, you actually could get canceled. None of us are big enough to get canceled.
Oh no! Then I would have to perform for an audience that just lets me say whatever I want.
Oh!
Oh no!
The horror.
Get Shane Gillis.
I don't
would
even.
love to
I,
be
I
canceled.
hate the term canceling, but it is.
Dude, when I hear
it
open
still
micers
happens.
talk about getting canceled,
You're like, nope,
dude,
you did.
But what are you gonna? Yeah, what's gonna get taken away from you?
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
what
get
I'm
a
saying.
spot
Like,
at the
who
coffee
cares?
shop.
Who gives a rip?
Oh
My-
no!
I'm going to make
you're not-
less money playing Elden Ring in my attic.
It was like when
Um,
people at Keller would complain about cancel culture or whatever. I'm like, dude, we're doing comedy in a bar that has a peanut barrel in it.
This is where you end
Like,
up when you
people
get canceled.
piss on those peanuts, and
Yeah.
you still eat them.
Yeah, you're not canceled. You're banned. You tried to
Yeah.
fight me.
Right? You can't, dude. I
You
don't
brought a basketball.
But so the show went good. There were I didn't even realize that Ryan Middendorf was there, right in the front row. But he has this mustache
Mhm.
now. So I didn't recognize him. And you just walked by me when I was talking to Dana. And I was like, Ryan?
Even I recognized
Cool
him.
that Dana came down for it though.
Yeah, she's always been super supportive of everybody.
I don't think has she ever done stand up ever?
I've tried to get her to do it so many times.
She just shows up at comedy.
Probably little self-conscious considering the names that's being thrown around.
That's
come on.
But she's got so much material, and then on the other hand,
there it is. Well done. Give me a foot. Come on.
But anyways, so show's over. How do you think your set went? By the way,
I was pretty happy with it for the most part. I would say it was like a B set. It was a B.
I think that the crowd was mixed. I think because the weather was all weird, and we were getting like notifications and things. So show ends, and then everyone's like, "Hey,
the immediate
nobody
pile
should
out.
go on the road for like 2 hours."
Oh, so it was the pack it into the lobby crowd.
There was a lady that ran in. She was walking her dog, and for some reason looked at me, and she was like, "Is it okay if I bring my dog in here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And a lady from behind the bar goes, "Sorry, because we serve food now, we're not allowed to have dogs." And then she looked down at the dog and was like, "Maybe in the back?" Like, the dog was just so fucking cute that she was like, "Get it."
Probably terrified too.
It was an Aussie doodle.
Whoops.
So like barley colors.
Yeah, but curly as piss.
Oh,
Cute enough to pay a fine.
so goddamn cute. She hung out for a while. I got to play with that dog a lot. But I met your girlfriend.
You got a lady in your life?
Well,
Dude,
yeah, I'm seeing someone.
frick
She
yeah.
is so fucking funny.
Oh,
I can't imagine
was hoping you were
anyone
gonna say hot.
also hot, but I can't imagine anyone who was better suited to match your energy than that person.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, you would think that they're like a comedy duo, dude. Like, Ryan
You got a little Joe List and whatever the fuck his wife's name is going on here.
Yeah. Because guess what? I don't know what his wife's name is.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't know she was a comic.
Yeah.
So she,
Yeah, they did like roast battle together. It was hard to watch and really fun at the same time.
Damn.
so what's her name again? Is it okay if we say her name?
Yeah, that's fine, Miranda.
Miranda?
Like
so,
the rights.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I'm like, "Hey, I'm Chris." And she's like, "I'm Miranda." And Ryan goes, "She's 7 years old." And as he's saying, he puts his arm around her, and we have sex. And she immediately goes, "We try to."
Mhm.
Oh.
And like, just, she was very funny. It was
Mhm.
such a fucking pleasure to meet her.
She on Twitter? Should I follow her?
What's fucked up? That was like our third date, and she was like,
What?
Can I come to the show?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, of course. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but yeah. That's a nerve-wracking thing with a new relationship, is when it's time to unveil.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Here's what I do.
That's a
That's
good.
I got super lucky because I knew Caitlin from comedy before we started dating.
That is lucky. Did she know you before you were like good at it?
Well, so still, yeah.
You're good at it.
I was fine.
You're pretty good.
I
You had
was
some good
serviceable.
jokes.
Connor and Nate.
Bargatze.
What's that guy's
Nickel.
name? Nate Nichols. Nickel?
Nickel.
Nate Nickel. We're in the break room, or we were in the green
He
room.
used to be Nate Penny.
Yeah. Inflation.
That's very funny. Well, inflation would make him like a hay penny, but we're not going to get into the specifics
sorry.
on that.
Nuanced.
but Connor was like, "Hey, where's Alex? He's not coming?" I was like, "Nah, his back's all fucked up." And he was like, "God damn it. Alex is always broken." And he turns to Nate and he's like, "Remember how much fucking fun Alex used to be? He would like be at shows, and they miss you."
Wow.
People miss you, man.
Sucks.
That's all we talk about.
That's it.
It's just we're all sitting in the green room and we go, God damn it.
Remember
this
that
is-
guy that used to be able to reach
friend.
things for us?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I miss that part of it for sure.
Just come hang.
What parts don't you miss?
The anxiety of like,
Yeah.
Existential dread.
yeah, and then like the self-loathing.
I forgot to mention,
spiral
I felt bad that you don't have glasses, so I got you these.
There it is.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what
These
we
look
need.
used.
Yeah.
I don't think you got me these. I think you found these or you
Yeah.
took these from someone.
100%.
But thank you. Sorry, I don't mean to sound
Why do you
ungrateful.
wear them?
Do you want me to wear them?
Yeah,
Well, I feel
because
like
we're
they're-
all wearing glasses.
Oh, ouch, fuck. I thought you just meant for my job.
honestly, it's working.
Yeah.
I'm not
Dude.
even quite sure what it
That's the thing
what
about
it's
my
doing,
face
but-
type is the dumber the thing that I put on, it kind of looks okay.
Yeah.
If I had a twirly hat or a spinny cap right now,
One of those fun yarmulkes.
yeah, dude, fun yarmulke, yeah.
Isn't that what I mean? It's
Yeah.
100% what that
It's a
is.
fun yam.
I think it's like it's like an autistic person hat.
Yeah, God bless.
Sure.
That would be on their flag if they had one.
Have you done
Do they
that?
have a flag?
I was gonna say, don't they have one? But
Yep.
I was just thinking of the rainbow flag, which is for the gays. So that's
Well, you're talking about the
if autistic people had a flag.
It's a they do actually.
yeah. But I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
They also have a train.
Yeah.
They have a lot of trains.
I don't know. I do miss the
Dick
stand-up
my
a
butt.
bit.
That's the train name.
Oh, it's the infinity sign.
Is that the Infinity Stones? Fucking Thanos.
Interesting. It's weird that they have the same flag as like a tattoo that every 19-year-old girl has. Isn't it?
Sixth or seventh flag over or second one from the right. That is offensive somehow.
Well,
I love
no,
this font.
that's one that a person with autism actually
Yeah.
hates.
It looks like a luchador.
For sure.
It looks like a luchador is popping up from behind it.
It does.
does, dude.
It's a strong bat.
What is strong bad?
What's the sideways American flag? That's like we support police and people with autism. Like the I'm racist and I have an autistic nephew.
Wasn't some
That
guy
I-
just being autistic and he got shot at just for sitting there being autistic?
So,
crazy.
all right, I'm almost done with the tour to Duke.
Tour to douche.
So last night, I finally make it to Keller, and I'm like, I'm gonna swoop up Mara. Steven's gonna be there. Steven Michael Pierce.
I like him.
Yes.
God, is he a antisocial goofball?
Yeah.
Number one chatter, March 884,
That doesn't surprise me.
Twitch.tv.
He seems like a
He's
guy
so
who talks
goddamn
through
supportive.
The keyboard quite a bit.
He talked me into making that Hug All Homies shirt,
That's a great shirt, by the way.
and I'll put the thing up here. And
you hear
and he was
that?
like, I want you to make it so I can buy it. It's like, dude, you're so fucking. He's just
He's a
awesome.
cool dude, man.
Good human being.
Did
He
you
actually
say
was pretty funny too. Go ahead.
Did you say DILF while you burped? Is
It's
that a,
it's Bjelf.
oh, BILF? I thought you said DILF. Like you're like I'm a DILF.
I should start saying that.
I
Yeah.
mean,
DILF.
Aren't we
he
all
is.
Dilfs, right?
Look at his shoulders.
Damn, I love Florida.
You got a stocky frame, man. You
You
got a good
do.
frame.
Honestly,
So-
he sent me a picture, Sans Hog in Florida. Dude, I had like a little bit of a moment where I was like, Caitlin, I mean, no homo, but Chris looks fucking good, right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah.
I was
guess.
about
What?
to take a shower, and there were two tiny little shampoo bottles, like hotel,
Beautiful.
and it perfectly covered my junk
Yeah.
like a fucking Lampoon movie. I was like, this is pretty funny.
It was too good.
You got to take those pictures. When I used to, my ex-girlfriend, when I would be on the road, I would always, every time I would take a picture of the hotel room, have a bunch of pictures, and then one of them, I would just be naked, and I would take a picture of the mirror and just kind of put that in there.
Yeah.
And that's a good bit. That's a good relationship.
Well, it's like
bit.
in this particular instance, it looks like you just were walking past the counter and just were like, "Oh, I should take it." I mean, it's
That's for sure what happened.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you
Look
just
at those bottles. It's
they're-
like,
Are you
They-
flexing in that?
yes, of
that's-
course.
they don't look.
I'm sending a picture. I'm sending a naked picture of myself to another man. Of course, I'm flexing.
Like,
well, it's
I
just like
recall, yes.
they don't look like positioned. They look like they were sitting exactly
You
there.
found
on
them
the,
that
yeah.
way.
So like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't not take that picture.
Because I was gonna take it with gut, right? And I was like, oof, been eating too many sweets on this vacation, so I had to.
You are in Florida, so
Yeah. So out of Florida, we're going to the Keller, right? Get there, and just there were 20 comics, and so I was like, "Fuck, the audience is gonna
never
suck."
short list there at the old Keller.
Mara, general vibes when we showed up.
I don't know. It was the Keller. Like,
We all wanted to stay as we like without saying it. Agreed that we wanted to stay as far
As
away
far
from
back,
the audience as possible.
You always find a booth.
Yeah. But it was just us. Like normally there's comics in the back. All of them were up in the crowd or on that couch and we were just like not tonight. So there's 20 comics. Doima like eventually agrees to put me halfway because I was the last dude to show up. So he's like, I'll put you in the middle. I was like, that's reasonable. That's fine. And then shows up. And I'm like, oh man. So I like duck my head down to try and make it seem like I don't notice that he's there. He gets up. So put your head down. Duke?
And you were like, yeah.
I was like, hey man. Good
I
to
was
see you,
just
dude.
staring at the floor. What's up, man?
To give you some context, I don't know if you heard, but like for some reason,
This is you
Put
gotta
a
give
beer-
the timeline though.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
when
yeah.
this happened.
Also,
This is
are you bleeping his name or is this just...
no. It's fine.
Okay.
They don't watch this.
I don't know.
They better not. I hope you don't.
Well, if I'm on it, I'm going to watch it.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's important.
So James Stanley and I are sitting in a booth and puts a beer down in between us, and I'm like, "What's up, dude?"
This was at the Keller.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm thinking just because it
Dude.
was,
You're not doing the timeline.
oh yeah.
Tell the
Very first time doing stand up, freshly sober,
just got out of treatment.
and and then so puts this beer down, and I think just because of his arm, he's just like, I don't want to be hold. But anyways, so he puts the beer down, right, and then starts sliding it towards me. And I'm like, what? And then he puts it on top of my hands that are laying like this, and he goes, "Remember that? Remember how that feels?" And I'm like, I'm in such a state of shock. James luckily goes, "Dude, what the fuck? Knock it off!" And I was just like, ah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but I also try to get people to hit my vape all the time. Like Grant, he doesn't smoke cigarettes anymore, and when I get drunk, I'm like, dude, come on.
Smoke a
See,
little E.
but
throw
you
a
guys
little
have like a
cloud.
relationship.
Yeah, it'd be weird if I was doing this to a stranger.
Yeah,
if I was
yeah.
like, wait, you
Like
just
if
quit?
you did it to for example.
You just like set it next to, like on his forehead.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Do you remember how this used to feel when you would
Feel
do
the
this?
heat. Yeah.
If you started trying to get him to like blow it into his
Oh, I
mouth.
thought you were gonna say you just started blowing them, and you were like, "Remember how this felt?"
Remember how
better
you
story.
don't have blowjobs?
I actually, speaking of blowjobs, I forgot to mention this. So we're all hanging out at Nordic, right, for far too long because of the weather.
God, I hope this goes somewhere I don't think it is.
Ryan and his girlfriend are sitting on this couch and talking, and I think it would be funny to just go straddle him and let the conversation continue. Because
Sure, because
always down for the bit.
It's a bit.
So
Yeah.
I'm straddling him, and he's still talking.
You're saying, remember this? Remember how this feels?
And I'm like, I just got out of rehab. I got out of gay sex
I
rehab.
was gonna say Mike Pence was my coach.
Yeah. And he beat the shit out of me. Remember
After
that?
we fucked,
Yeah,
it was really
He
weird.
kept calling me mother. I don't know. It's weird.
But so you could tell that we were both gonna do a bit as we looked at each other, but then we locked eyes and it got sexual for a second. And I was like, uh-oh. I go, I gotta stand up. And then Miranda goes, you guys kind of fell in love for a second. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Simply the Best just starts playing.
Simply the best.
Classic.
All right, so back to Keller.
Yeah.
Bunch of comics, not good. There's a lady that's laughing like a dolphin.
Is it SpongeBob's mom?
Basically. I think so. But she was obnoxious.
Remember his grade?
Yeah, it was annoying. Yeah.
It was very bad.
Great episode.
There's this Hispanic dude named Willie who was fucking taking street jokes and turning them into his own jokes. And I want to be like, fucking
Was that the suicide joke
That's
guy?
like that's
yeah, suicide
Okay.
joke
That's
guy.
honestly like so far past hack. It's almost like fine.
It's genius.
Sure.
The
We can go with that.
Yeah.
the funny thing is that he's Hispanic, so I was like, we have our own Carlos Mencia. He's just taking
Wow.
him off the streets, though.
Yeah, except he
Makes no money.
his name was like Ned Flanders or something. So
Ned Needlemeyer,
I don't actually know.
something like that.
It is insane how you're just using people's real names.
Oh yeah, we just don't.
I used to bleep him, but it's like, who fucking cares?
And the people that listen, like
This is basically a time
the
capsule.
people that listen, don't tell people they
Yeah.
listen to this show.
Yeah.
It's
Patrick
not-
Strait will listen to this when he's writing his 8th book on the local comedy scene.
Is that a thing?
Dude, he said he's writing another book. I'm like, how much history in Minneapolis comedy is
I mean,
there?
yeah. At what
Louis
point?
Anderson, Bamford.
He's the
Like, at what point is like Bob
The
Edwards the focus of this?
the
He's going to have a whole book.
the chronicler. He's the chronicler,
Mhm.
right? Isn't that a character in one of your books?
No.
There was a dude that
What book?
one of the books that you were reading. You said there was a
No, this is, you know about Dr. Dre?
oh right, sorry,
Yeah, that's.
I forgot.
It's
Dog Chronicler.
The chronicler. So we're sitting, and then I hear Doima go, like, no real intro, just goes, all right, next to the stage is and I'm like, what? Right after he introduces him, Matt must have like beeline to me, because immediately, like as soon as starts talking, he comes up to me and he's like, hey man, just want to say I'm sorry. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You knew he was here the whole time? It turns out I was sitting like 2 booths down from him. He was right in front of the soundboard.
he always used to post up there, and then like
Wait, do you have history with as
Oh
well?
my god,
He's got-
long
he's got
history with
beef with a lot of people.
yeah.
Why do they call him?
Because he's a crippled fuck.
He calls himself that. Like
Yeah.
he's the guy that
He's like the Randy Luttrell of this.
sure.
bar.
Yeah, he gave himself a nickname.
He was buds with.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if you ever
And-
saw
and-
a dude with a cane with, that's him.
oh, I think I might know this guy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah, he
little-
looks like
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't even have crutches.
He looks like Jimmy from South Park.
Oh, okay.
And he actually like kind of tells jokes like Jimmy from South Park.
That's his comedic hero.
Do you mean Timmy?
No, Jimmy.
Tim-
Jimmy's the stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about the.
Yeah.
You guys hear about this?
hmm
You're right.
What a fantastic audience.
You are correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So he goes up, and yeah. So
Just goes
Doima said
Hiroshima
that-
on
He goes
place.
up there and reads like a BuzzFeed article. Like 10 weird
Yes.
things.
he's turned into a DJ
The
comic.
penis flower.
Oh, well, that doesn't
Isn't that
show.
weird?
Isn't he like? It's like
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was
Yes.
just stuff from the show they read on the internet.
But he's doing that as stand-up.
hmm
Nice.
So
That's
Dude,
cool.
stand-up is truly an art form.
so
It
Doima
is.
Doima told me that they tried to ban him, but threatened that, look, he goes, look, I don't want this guys to come after you in the red carpet. So why don't we just let this, let it be, put that stuff in
Why
the
don't you
past.
just let me keep sexually harassing people?
You want me to get the My Pillow guy into this, dude?
Dude, what is the local scene at the Keller? This
Oh,
is
it's
fucking
fucking
insane.
mayhem,
It is.
dude.
It's weird. Mm.
So he starts doing a joke. He's like, I don't know if you guys know this about beavers. And Mara and I look at each other and we're like, oh, this is the fucking
we
vanilla thing.
we love the beaver asshole thing. It's great.
Remember?
No shit.
Right?
He what? Fan of the show.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. So at first it was just like, you just read an article. But then,
I mean, it's an interesting fact.
It is.
Yeah.
Have you heard this before?
What?
Do you, the taste, like the artificial vanilla taste comes from a gland by a beaver's asshole?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, they like
Someone
literally.
just figured that out.
Yeah, they just like
yeah, who
grab,
figured that out?
they just grab a handful of beaver and they're just like, let me get a syringe in there. I'm trying to eat some Nilla wafers.
Is it just a specific? So if you ate a beaver's ass, it wouldn't taste like vanilla.
Well, we don't know.
God,
that.
I hope
it
so.
depends on how you do it.
You'd have to get the gland out.
So
How do they get
if you
that out?
finger,
Yeah.
Do they have to kill the beaver?
Ooh,
I don't
great
want to
question.
look
They
at that.
just
Sounds depressing. I don't want
squeeze
to look
it.
into
Hey
that.
guys, damn.
It's like a prostate. They just get a finger in there.
Maybe, yeah. And that it
It's a
actually
little
helps.
KY and
It actually has increased their life expectancy.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say like,
The doctor does it.
like there's a commercial with a beaver who has like a cane. He's like the diabetes guy.
Yeah.
Hey,
the diabeaver.
how are you reaching 4 years old? Then it's time for you to get your vanilla gland pushed. And like,
Vanilla sales up. Beaver testicular cancer
It
down.
just turns out it's a commercial for
Correlation.
but so initially it just sounded like him reading a BuzzFeed article, and then he goes, "It's like what two Southern guys were like," and he started doing the shit that we were doing, like when
So-
we were making fun of this whole discovery, and it's like, dude,
So
I don't
like-
know, man.
So like for real friend of the show,
Yeah, it was a little weird.
dude. I'll
Still.
take. I mean, hey, my material's still out there. Everybody, just fucking.
So I'm about to go up, and I know that they have NA beers there, so I'm like, just my social anxiety is like, just need the one so I can get it and go on stage and
Sure.
have a thing, right? So I'm like, and then I find an opening and I get in there. Standing there and I'm like, hey, do you have an ace? He's like, yeah, they're in the back. I'm like, I still want it.
Can I fucking get one?
So he's like, yeah, but he's going to deal with other people's drinks first. The lady standing next to me, I have those big dragon gauge things. I have these huge dragon gauge hangers. And this lady like bats at one and goes, my gauges are better than yours. Oh, I forgot to tell that part. My gauges are better than yours. And I'm like, I believe you. And she goes, see? And I'm like, mm-hmm. And she goes, what size are yours? And I'm like, 00. She says, ha! I have you beat 7/16. I'm like, math. And then
She was a social butterfly.
She was like, my ears will never recover. Okay.
Yeah, so I forgot to mention that part.
Mhm.
There's these two black guys that come in.
It's not important.
It is important because I don't know if you heard what she said to
Chris
them.
is racist.
Also, yeah, what are these guys doing
I
here?
think it was Tiger Woods.
It immediately smelled like cocoa butter in there.
Michael Jordan.
So they go and they're
Is that Barack Obama?
and they're standing at the table, and this lady comes out of nowhere and just like butts immediately. He's like, hey, and they're like, oh, and it was like, I can't believe you guys are here. And then I heard her say, can you guys sing? And I was like, that's a weird question to ask your friends. Like, why are we? And then while I'm at the bar,
Oh, I
I
thought
hear
you were
her,
like beatboxing for a second.
It did sound like
I was like, this
I
is
find out-
really turning.
that she didn't know them.
Oh, I mean, of course. It's St. Cloud.
So while I'm at the bar, she's like, so where are you from? How long have you lived here? I'm like, what the fuck? You just ran up on two
You don't even know these guys? No, they're going to tag team me later, though.
So that's why asking, do you guys sing, I feel is important. Because is it racist?
I mean, it depends.
Contextually, yes.
They look.
I mean, yeah, 100% this person's racist.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I mean, if you were in like Avon, I'd be like, nah.
like you think our mindset is like, I'm going to go engage with the local wildlife.
So many feet? Fucking A.
So
That is
I
offensive.
if he sees this, right? Steven reminded me of, or maybe it was Robert, I can't remember. But he brought up, he was like, remember when he just fell off stage and like nobody was helping him? And I was like, that was the night that I went and picked him up because nobody was doing anything.
Yeah.
So
It.
for
This
as
guy
much
just took a
as
dive.
Yeah, you kept
fucking
dropping him and picking him up again, dropping him again.
That's
Oh.
weird. He's like butter.
it's when you bursted your bursa sack and your coach just kept picking you up and dropping your
Oh,
balls.
no, that's when I took a slap shot to the can.
Oh,
Right? Just fucking right in the penis. That
Balls
hurt
or
so bad.
penis?
Well, it was just the way it sits
pinched in the-
way it sits in a nut cup there. Your penis is kind of
Your
becomes
penis is your balls.
yeah, it becomes one with your scrot. Well, it was really fun having you on the show, Ryan. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure.
I don't want to know
That's
more.
not it, right?
Ryan-
Is that it? Is that the whole fucking thing?
Ryan, I heard that you've been touring.
Yeah, we went on a little bit of a tour. Like a month ago? Yeah.
Where'd you guys end up going?
We did Eau Claire, Kenosha, Indianapolis, Chicago, back to Minneapolis for a weekend at Sisyphus, and then New York, and then I went to Louisville and came back. And that was
You
like
went to Louisville?
2 weeks. Louisville.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say Louisville.
Yeah, it was awesome. A guy during one of the shows, a guy stood up out of nowhere and just was like, "Y'all, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just need to say it. COVID is officially over." And then he looked around. I think he thought
Officially.
officially. I think he thought people were gonna cheer, but he looked around and realized everyone was just like, "What?" And then he sat back down, like real defeated. You know,
He's from the CDC. Like, I was
Yeah,
just trying to
just
give
like-
good news.
It's like I thought people would be more excited, but they'd already heard about monkeypox. So the new killer plague.
Did you bounce off of that guy at all?
No, so Brody was on stage. Mike Brody was
Oh.
on stage. I was off stage. I was just drunk. Just. This was also before I started dating the person I'm dating now, and I hooked up with a youth minister.
What was his name?
Louisville.
I was gonna say
Greg. Actually, I don't know her name, which sucks. But I said that that happened Friday, and then I said that on Saturday, and a woman in the audience was like, "Was she above 8 or was she 18?" And I was like, "What? Yeah, dude." And then I didn't realize until afterwards, but she thought when I said youth minister, she was picturing a child who's preaching.
Yeah, child
Yeah.
also a minister.
Yeah, I don't think is that even a thing.
yeah, Sam Kinison did it.
Sam Kinison had sex with a child,
Probably that too, actually. Given
just
how
screaming.
he was a little promiscuous. Yeah.
Lately, I've got some donut gripes that have been kicking around the old noggin.
Like about the pastry or like
Yeah, well,
just
here's the problem.
arguments that go in circles.
You go to Quick Trip,
Mhm.
right? They've got
Naturally.
they've got the donut case.
Mhm.
Yep.
You go in there. I'm a simple guy. Okay, I like a maple long john.
Oh,
No frills, just plain.
Sans frills.
But here's the problem: a lot of other people also like maple long johns plain. So by the time usually I get there, the only thing that's left is the cream filled or the raspberry shit,
Yep.
and it's taking up space. Like no one's buying it.
No.
Also, like what? God, come on, who was eating a donut and was like,
Oh, this donut's so good. But I wish it had pudding in it.
you know, like come on, dude, just get the fucking pudding on the side. You're ruining
Yeah.
what was a good
That's
thing.
a hot take, actually. You could just buy a cup of pudding
Get
and
a
then
fucking pudding.
just dunk the donut in the pudding.
It's
if
probably
going to
be better pudding.
Yeah.
No, I think you have to inject it. It should come with a syringe.
into the donut,
Yeah.
But I'm
like with a turkey baster.
Yeah, it should.
That's
The pudding
hot.
should come with a syringe.
just put it over the donut at this point, you know? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this juicy loosey bullshit.
Mm.
But I'm a firm believer the more frills on a pastry or ice cream, the worse the actual thing is.
Yeah, because they got to mask.
They got to mask
the quality.
it. It's the
with
same thing with ice cream. If
pizzazz.
it's got gummies and shit, it's the
Mhm.
actual ice cream probably sucks.
Mhm.
horrible. That's Cold Stone for you.
But Cold
That's it.
Stone's they have good ice cream.
Yeah, but that's why you just get the ice cream, and then when they're like, "Can we fuck it up with anything?" and you're like, "No,
Dude,
please."
I like Cold Stone because it's the only ice cream place where you're like, yeah, could I get one ice cream? And they're like, yeah, but we're gonna beat the shit out of it.
I was
first.
just gonna say.
we're gonna beat the like. I ordered ice cream, and I think I just witnessed a hate crime. Like
They,
he was
they go
muttering
hard
things.
with everything at Cold Stone too. Like you throw money in the tip jar, they like have a quinceanera
Yeah.
behind the counter.
You're like, I'm
"What the
sorry,
fuck
did
is
I just
going
walk
on
into
here?"
Stone Cold Steve Austin Creamery?
January 13th. Cold Stone. Steve Austin goes to Cold Stone.
Yeah, they're like doing a pile
That's a
driver on the
very
fucking-
good Steve
That was
Austin
really
impression.
good. You should feel good about that.
I want to go to that ice cream shop.
I was gonna say.
Stone Cold Steve Austin should open an ice
They're all
cream shop.
beer flavored.
You got to crush them together. You know?
One's got HGH.
when somebody tips, like if Stone Cold owned it, right? He's like,
Everybody, can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah. That's. I mean, you definitely just wanted another excuse to do with the impression that you, and
What
it
did
it went well. So I'm happy you did it.
I do have an actual experience where my friends and I went there and they say, would you like a sample? And I was like, I know what I'm going to do this time, guys. And I go, yeah, can I have a sample of your lovin'?
Whoops.
And the friend behind me goes, that actually sounds really good. Can I have some of that too? And the person was like, no.
I'm 14.
This is my jam.
Better than bear shit.
Right here. This right here.
Ooh, a
Some
nice-
coffee.
Nice
The old-
plain
The
donut.
puckered beehole.
Little butthole. Yeah.
Ooh. Why did they do that, you think?
Does that say
Why
a
do they
plain
make-
cock ring donut?
They're only $68.
It does say cock ring donut. Yeah. Donuts are dope.
God, I love a good donut, dude.
Yeah, I can't eat them
I
anymore.
will say a good donut. In my opinion,
Mm.
a good donut beats out pretty much every pastry you can possibly eat.
Just about. I mean, other than something I haven't discovered yet, probably, yeah.
That's a hot
There's,
take.
depending on how you do it, right? A raspberry scone or a raspberry strudel.
I like a cannoli, too.
Oh, fucking cannoli.
I always forget about cannolis.
Yeah.
Dude, I
It's-
took down an entire, I bought like
You took down an entire
box?
Italian gang to eat all their
I
cannolis.
bought a box of frozen cannolis. I was like, I can't fucking wait to eat these. And then I was in the Walmart break group, and I was like, I'm eating them already. And then I fucking ate all of them.
You're like, we're not going to sell these to you unless you stop
And then
doing
you
the
were like,
accent.
we gotta kill those Irish fucks. Anyway, I was in Boston with my dad, and we went to.
That's Donut City. That's where they
you better
invented
believe
the
it.
donut. Maybe I don't
That's
know.
the Boston cream.
You got pretty good tea there. It's in the ocean. Anyway,
And we're racist.
yeah,
We're the only racist big city. Well, not the only one,
but
but
it's cute because of the accent.
yeah,
It's a cute racism.
Yeah, it is a fun
yeah.
racism.
And people say it's because it's cold here that we're racist, but really it's because we're racist.
It's really because
It just
the way I was raised.
Right,
you know?
right.
My father was a racist. His father was a racist.
We all happen to be firemen too.
My
Dude.
great grandfather was black. I don't know that though. Okay.
As long as you throw a fucking in there, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Right? What are you, fucking Puerto Rican? And
Yeah,
then
but-
everybody laughs for some
Yeah.
reason.
Right.
They got the R word pass too.
Yeah. What are
Yeah.
you, fucking racist?
What are you fucking redacted? But yeah, so we're in Boston. We went to the Little Italy of Boston, which is, I mean, even more racist than. There's just so many old people in those folding chairs that are like woven, just like on the
Yep.
street and like pointing at people and saying things they shouldn't. It was really something. But we went to a little bakery and they had a shit ton of cannolis, and I had a pistachio cannoli, and it changed my
God.
fucking life.
Pistachio is an underrated flavor.
By,
So
like,
much.
so
Get a good
much.
pistachio ice cream.
So good.
It's always good.
But like it was unbelievable, and also just the lack of composure that the people in that bakery were showing, both patrons and employees. That place was a shit show.
They amp each other up.
Yeah,
That's
it was
the
like,
problem.
but it was like 5:30 in the evening, afternoon on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Like it was a what?
That's
are
the
we
problem.
all-
They've had all day to just amp up and
it
power
was
up, and
just so aggressive.
they're at their height.
A lot of really lowered brow lines in that
Oh,
place. I was
yeah.
like, people are not happy to be here, but they're really happy to be here. It was
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Did you know? So there's Little Italy in New York City,
Oh yeah.
and then there's Little Italy in Boston.
Mhm.
But the correct name for Little Italy in Boston is Little Bitty Italy.
Little bitty,
Little Bitty Italy.
itty
Little
bitty
bitty
Italy.
I don't
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fact checking you.
Why don't
Fuck no! Don't.
Why don't they just call it Littly?
Literally,
That's
because that sounds
would-
like Little League.
Hey, yo, I'm
That's
going
probably what they call it there.
Yo, yeah, you're getting fucking spaghetti at Little League. Okay, fuck you. Get out of my ass. You could. Why don't you get out of my ass? That's the thing I said at Nordic. I said, why don't you guys just fuck me in my little ass? And the younger people liked me, but the older people did
The
not.
older people, we don't.
They were like, no.
Yeah, that was funny. Like,
We're kind of hoping they make that illegal again.
I told a new joke about my tattoo
Yeah, I did see that.
because I
that
fucked
joke.
up my initial joke of the Steven Seagal thing, and I hit the punchline, and I was like, I forgot to put in the spice. And people were just like, "Huh? You
guy-
look like Steven Seagal's nephew? That's it?" And I was like, I have a lot of tattoos. When I said the stay free thing, the older half started to giggle. And then when I said that was a tampon campaign, then the other half. So it was funny that
Yeah.
they did separate
This
themselves.
is a really funny joke.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice to
It is
find
good.
out.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Thanks.
laughed.
It's nice to find out what parts of your act just suck. You know, like when it's like, okay, the old people like that, so I think, yeah, I might stop doing that.
Yeah. But the weird thing is, like, when you do paid gigs, there's more like older people.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's
dude.
where the money's at.
Yeah, that's how you get $100 for 2 hours of driving in a hotel.
The old retirees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or just
you guys ever log into ARP and then
well, no, it's a guy who's like, his wife is like, "How come you have to go to the bar every single night?" And he's like, "Well, why don't you come with me? Because there's comedy tonight. We'll make it a little date, huh? We'll hide my alcoholism in the form of watching comedy."
also I go to the bar every night because you're a fucking CUNT, you dumb bitch. I've been married
Yeah,
to you for 40 years.
See you next.
Also, weirdly, we're back in Boston somehow.
We went from Fargo all the way to Chicago and then to Boston.
Yeah,
Were you
yeah,
gonna say The abbreviation is
See you next
time.
Oh, see you next Tuesday is the one that I've heard.
Okay. See you next Tuesday.
But these cunts, you know.
The other thing that's on my mind is there's a new Top Gun movie coming out.
Oh my God.
And Applebee's is running a special where if you spend $25 at Applebee's,
You get food poisoning?
you get food poisoning, and then you also get a free ticket to Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun 2 Maverick. But I saw the trailer for it, and there's a really funny scene in
Isn't
the
this
trailer.
the third one?
I think it's just the second. Was there another
There was
one?
another one, I
What
think.
the
No
fuck?
way.
Really?
I think it's Top Gun 2, though.
No,
There- are
I'm
there-
thinking of Independence Day.
Oh.
Was there
no-
another Independence Day?
There was a third one.
What the fuck? How many times are they going to come? You know? We beat you with the cold or something. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah, what was it? I don't.
I think
It
it
doesn't
was-
matter. We want to hear about Top Gun.
there's a
Gonorrhea.
scene where they're like, you're the best pilots in the world, and then there's like this Puerto Rican lady who like legally has to be cast in the movie, you
Right.
know, and she's like, who's gonna teach us? We're the best in the world. And then it was like in the theater and I was like, I don't know, maybe like the guy from the first movie, you know, or like just this attitude of like, no, I'm good at what I do. And you know what that means? I could never learn nothing else now. I've learned everything that can be learned about flying a fucking plane.
Also, you agreed to go there beforehand. You knew that somebody was going to teach you something, and then
They thought it was a joke.
What? It's just
Yeah,
Just
right.
kidding. You guys are great.
Who's going to teach me? Tom Cruise? Wait, holy shit. It's him from the first movie. Oh, wow. But it does look kind of cool. Like, it looks bad, but cool.
Well,
okay, so for some reason, I've been seeing in the news that like this is the movie that's gonna like save blockbusters for some reason. Like, there's a lot of hype
they
that
went out of business years.
There's still one left.
yeah, right. So,
10 weird things about you guys.
but yeah, for some reason they're like Tom Cruise saves like the concept of going to the movies. They think that this is the one for some reason.
This is like
because,
this
like,
is like the
'cause of
comedy
COVID?
that we got to remove from our acts. It is only going to hit the older audience.
It
mean,
hits
I'm
the
gonna
nostalgia
give a
buttons
fuck.
though, because the trailer has the theme song, redone.
Yeah,
They're just
but
like, I
it's-
don't like that theme
Plus,
song.
I do think some younger people might go just because it's like it's a spectacle. It's like the same reason people are going to see Avatar 2 when it comes out. It's not
Oh,
because it's going to
man.
be a good
True.
movie.
Also,
It's just because it's going to look cool.
I saw a very hot take about Avatar the other day that, like, not only did I ponder it, it got me pretty good.
What's that take?
Somebody was like, that's like, for a time, it was the highest grossing movie of all time.
Mm.
I don't know a single fucking character in that movie.
Because it was a horrible, dumb movie.
But
I actually
but why was it so?
I-
Everyone saw it.
Yeah.
And then
Well, because
all I know is
Because it
that
was
they
3D
used
and really good CGI for the time.
sure,
Yes, exactly.
but also like
James Cameron, right?
there's
So
some-
he brought technology. The reason why it took so fucking long is he thought that there was going to be some type of technology that would make the film even better.
Didn't he invent like
Yeah.
new shit
I-
to film this fucking travesty?
Well, he did like an Elon Musk. He hired people who
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
invented
he's
it.
not back there
I just
with beakers.
I
and
just
shit.
was always kind of
Coding and stuff.
confused, like how the blue people just had like very like we're from Ghana accents, and you're like that's
Yeah. Well, it's because stupid people
Well,
made that movie.
but like they're foreign,
Yeah.
they're aliens, they're
Yeah.
gonna sound black. Come on,
Well,
That's the point, isn't it?
like so,
yeah, they're like, we're actually doing this on Earth to people, probably.
Yeah, the point
Oh,
was
was
to
that
be like,
the-
yeah.
He thought they were going to
I just thought it was about Jake Sully getting legs.
That's a big part of it.
Huge.
You know, just he just it was,
Maybe James Cameron thought he waited so long because he thought they were actually going to invent technology that could make people be the Avatar blue people.
I did go on
There it is.
the Avatar ride at Disney.
Was it fun?
It was incredible.
Was it?
sure.
Like insanely well done.
Do you think the main character in the next one's gonna be?
I forget where I heard this. Somebody was talking about sticking their weird cocks into those birds because they have like
What?
They have a thing
Oh,
that they could all fuck.
dude.
They could connect,
Yeah,
but they also
I didn't
fuck
realize
like
we were
that.
still talking
Oh,
about
is it like
Avatar. I thought you
in
were
Top
just
Gun where they refuel the jets into the air?
yeah.
Is that
Actually,
how it works?
it's very similar movies. Top Gun and
I
Avatar.
figured that was the leap,
Yeah,
yeah.
the best in the world.
Beach volleyball, maybe.
Don't
I
want to
don't know.
learn Sigourney Weaver. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
American imperialism.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Say that again.
The best kind of imperialism.
We're right back to India.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate it when India does imperialism. I'm like, knock it off. That's our thing, and then before
not
us, the
copy.
British did it.
Speaking of just incredible things and movies, Mara, I have a folder
I was
open.
gonna say, is this your thing? Your top 5?
Frick yeah.
Did you see that
Are-
Val Kilmer was in Top Gun? I just wanted to bring that up.
Yes.
I thought he
was
What's he
in-
gonna
I thought he
do?
passed.
So I think they did like the deep fake technology thing because he was very,
Oh, I see.
very moved by the fact that Tom included him. All right, so
Did you
movie.
know- did you
These
know-
are the top 5 movies according to IMDb ratings.
Oh, I could tell you all of them off the top of my head.
Can I say
know
one
them all.
thing about Val Kilmer
Please
real
do.
quick?
Yeah.
Did you know his wife's name is Gal Kilmer?
I hope that's true.
Stephen King, his wife's name is Stephen Queen.
No shit.
900
Not
likes on Twitter.
not Stephanie Queen.
I got 900 likes.
Dude,
You have popped off a few times, and I have like moments where I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
proud.
just to prove you wrong, I tweeted something and it got no likes.
Well, Mara, you
Go there,
gotta
bitch.
build up the clout before it
you have to
goes-
leech onto larger accounts and then go, will you please
Yeah, this is
retweet me?"
I tweet my most
You
like
said I would get like 1,000 likes and you're
my
wrong.
most liked tweet ever is me copying something that Clifton used to do in pictures and tweeting it at him. And then all of his
Because he probably
followers-
retweeted it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
dude.
all of
Clay's
his
the
followers
plug,
were like,
man,
this
dude.
guy's a vibe. And I was like, man, I wish I knew what that meant.
Mine, you're just like, why does this fucking troll have so much poise? And
It's
everyone's
like-
like, what are you fucking talking about?
Well, okay, so the
Elden
guy that I
Ring.
watch that makes those baseball videos, right?
Yeah.
He started to pop off a little bit, and retroactively, the Major League Baseball YouTube account commented on his video, and he had the most
Anyways, Alex is a huge Trump supporter.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
2024.
Dude. Nice.
hang Mike Pence.
Yeah, who's going to be his running mate? I mean, he's going to win, I
Yeah.
feel like, regardless.
Shoe in, yeah.
I
Almost.
don't think he's doing much.
He might win if he dies.
He's
too,
not
though.
doing much running anymore, is he?
Dude, almost certainly he's going to be the president.
He's on.
Oh, I just mean running.
He's been
physically.
touring.
This is-
Yeah, dude, he's just
Oh.
riffing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've said this before. If Trump would have just become a stand-up comedian instead
Mhm.
of president, he would be one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah,
Like,
that he's
But
brains, bro.
He is doing the donation scam though. So he's
is he?
yeah,
Yeah,
like all the
well-
donations just go to him, like going to
that
dinner and shit.
fucking
It's like in the
rules, dude.
fine print.
That's so cool. Honestly, like he's so funny. What sucks too is like he's really funny, but his supporters are the scariest people on the
Oh
planet.
my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
And also, they don't think he's funny at all. Like,
No.
you'll try to find common ground, and be like, "Yeah, I can see why you'd vote for him because he's kind of funny," you know. And they're like, "What?"
He's not funny.
How's
He's
he
the
funny?
most serious man in the world.
He's done a lot of good things. That he said he did a lot of good things.
Yeah, and you're like, I mean,
At least Biden isn't pretending to do good things. You know, he's just like, we can't.
that actually I think is going to be what the best way to sum up his presidency. Is it just
I
He
kinda-
feel
just runs on like, what are you gonna do?
I think he will do something, maybe, but also I don't have that much faith in them. I could see him trying to cancel student loan debt or doing something major
a coupon.
like next year. Yeah, big coupon.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Go get a free oil change.
you don't even have to clip this one out of the newspaper.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Now, I want you guys to go get the coupon.
Come on, man. My wife cut these coupons out, man. We're gonna use these. Man.
Go to Arby's.
God,
you wanna go to
Arby's
Arby's?
is dying, man. I love Arby's.
The
Man.
best
Very local
moment of Joe
Arby's.
Biden's presidency was during the debate with Donald Trump when he said, "Would you just shut up, man?" That was,
Come
like,
on, man.
that
Stop
was
being
peak Joe Biden.
Stop being mean to me.
Would you just shut up, man?
Dude, Trump, he was so funny in those debates.
That won
he
him
was,
the election. by
He
the
was
way.
so close to just being like, "You can't eat ice cream, folks. Go ahead, give him some milk. He can't drink it. He won't be able to drink it. He's a baby. He's a baby that can't have milk."
He hates farming. He hates agriculture.
He did have that moment too where he's just like, he was making fun of like energy efficient like
Oh,
buildings.
yeah.
He's just like, tiny windows. That's what they want. You're gonna have to stand on your tiptoes. You're barely gonna be able to see out of it. It's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, you want tiny windows? Vote for this guy. He can't drink milk.
Started telling people he has to flush the toilet like 3 times.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
that might be you, but all right.
He's like, I take big shits. I have a gun.
You go through a whole can of hairspray.
Oh man.
Can't
I
get your hair
do
steamed.
love like the
Yeah, they don't want you to be spraying hairspray in the toilets now. They say don't do that. That's bad. Stop spraying your wife's hairspray in the toilets.
It's gonna make your toilet gay if you spray hairspray.
That's
in
what they're
there.
saying now. They're saying your toilet's gonna be gay.
Check the polls. The real polls.
Look it up. Look it up. We said it. Did you guys see his release about making a hole in one?
Oh my God.
He had
no.
like a official release where he's like, a lot of people are talking about it, so I thought I would just let you know. I was golfing with whoever the fuck, some
James Cameron.
racist golfers.
I was going to say Stephen Duke.
It's John Daly.
He's like, and it's true. I made a hole in one on my golf course. It's like, all right, well, this feels like it's like so North Korean, where it's just like
That's what I was just
100%.
saying. Gotta think.
Yeah, I was born under a full moon. A volcano exploded when my mommy shot her out of a great pussy.
She had a great pussy, folks. I can't.
It was one of the best pussies.
tremendous pussy.
Everybody's talking about Nancy Reagan giving blowjobs. Nobody's talking about my mom's pussy power.
If it wasn't my mother, I would probably consider that pussy. It's a great pussy.
I was born.
In fact, even though she is my mother, I've considered it. Just like I considered Ivanka's pussy.
I was born dick last, folks. I've never been a virgin.
I came out like a weird shit. The one that at the very end, there's that weird point.
Yep.
That was my penis.
I was born feet first, dick last. Okay, I came out of there like a fuck slide.
I was rock hard. Doctor asked, "Is that the biggest penis I've ever seen?"
The doctor actually asked, "Can I suck this baby off? Can I suck this baby?"
This
by
was
its
back when there were no women doctors.
Wait, was the doctor a Moyle?
We're not doing that bit. It's a good bit, but we're not doing it.
Ryan told this joke, and I told it to my brother about a Moyle, and he keeled over in half in this parking lot and like almost fell on the ground. He was laughing so hard.
And it's not an anti-Semitic joke. It's
No.
pro-Semitic.
Yes.
I love a pro-Semite.
I actually think 6 billion Jews died in the Holocaust.
Moyle sounds like something you get checked out at the dermatologist.
I did have a Moyle removed.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were like, get out of my house. And he was like, ugh, come on with the getting out of the house. Ugh. I'm going.
Do you have a
who's
winter
gonna do
jacket
your
that I could
taxes?
borrow? I'll return it. I'll have it cleaned at the dry cleaners. I have a coupon.
I do love the enunciation on dry cleaners. Though. That was
Dry cleaners.
yeah.
You never hear of a wet cleaner. Why is that? We got dry cleaners.
What's the deal?
Where's the wet cleaner?
What's
It's just a laundromat. It's Asian people. Why do the Asians have laundromats?
Why do the Asians drive cars?
Next president.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld.
You never see an Asian taxi driver.
He's the first libertarian president.
Ugh.
Why don't we do anything? Why don't we invade Syria? Come on.
You gotta read more Ayn Rand.
He'd be the first president to turn handshakes down. Like when he turned Kesha's hug down. He'd like walking through and just go, no. Shake the next person's
That
hand.
kind of rules, though.
You know what I mean?
I do respect that.
What? Not shaking somebody's hand?
Yeah, if you're, you don't really, not you.
Yeah. You look dirty. You look like
I understand. I also understand a lot of people like Kesha, and if that's your thing, she is like very talented. But I don't think I would shake her hand either.
Mm.
And it's just because I don't like the music, and I know I said that I respect the people who like her music, but I actually don't like a lot of those people. So.
And it is. I can tell you. I first of all, I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Thank you.
Same team. First round draft pick. If I'm picking teams, but also, it has nothing to do with their appreciation of Kesha that you don't like them. It is the various other issues that they bring to the table.
Yeah.
like the lack of showering and
the tabs of
and the
Is that a
acid.
problem?
and the loving of ecstasy and the
Never tried it, but
and the
I might actually be a Kesha fan.
and the very sweaty brow at the nightclub with the weird colored drinks and the
I'll add her on
telling me
Spotify.
about how your dad bought you a car for your birthday. I just a lot of gross.
Yeah.
Wow,
things
they
about those
are
people.
all of her fans. Their parents are on the verge of reporting them missing constantly.
Oh,
That's a really good take.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, why they
The showering thing was more like a Coachella vibe.
There you go.
Like that's a,
Am I supposed to do it? Am I supposed to go to
No.
Coachella?
No,
I'll go
You
if
don't.
it's-
You don't shower because why?
True.
Shower. Like they don't shower because they're too busy doing E and
Yeah.
going to Burning Man.
You know, here's the problem I have with Coachella. There's never been a player Cella.
Mm.
Players Cella.
Yeah.
I think they did have that. It was just
Put-
hosted
hey.
by UGK and
Put me in, Coachella. I'm ready to play.
I'm ready to play the band stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, would you like to do this damn top 5 thing that
we also can't forget to do Oops of the Week. 'cause
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
I thought we already
hot
did
one
that.
this week. No.
Yeah, it was the thing about going to the killer.
Yeah, that was kind of an oops.
The,
That was a oopsie shitsies.
I was going to say the 75-minute story.
Yeah, whoops. Why did we go to that?
Well, I didn't. All right, go ahead. We'll do top 5.
All right,
I
so
don't give a fuck.
movie number 1.
Think I fucking care?
Shawshank Redemption. This is the top-rated movie on IMDb.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
It's a 9.3.
Mm-hmm.
Too much Shawshank, not enough redemption.
Yeah.
That's my...
Again,
I mean, no hot takes. but
white guy is able to like get out of prison. Black guy has to stay behind. And
I don't know if that's the message.
I know, but if you dig deeper into it,
I mean, he used a fucking rock hammer to get out of prison. That's not. They weren't like, well, you're white.
no.
He had to swallow so much shit to get out of prison.
You need to
Did he
crawl
ever?
through-
Ate his way through a sewer pipe.
Yeah.
Also, one of the like very, very fucking good. The score of the film
Yes,
is
agreed.
absolutely wonderful.
Also,
Who
fresh.
did it? Who was?
That's what I was trying to remember. It's a guy. I believe his father
Ted
was
Nugent. Got you in a stranglehold, baby. You're gonna break out of prison.
It's a good
And
message.
now, a 9-minute guitar solo on a song that should be 3 minutes long.
Somehow played on a harpoon.
God, dude, that guy's insane.
Yeah,
So
he's
insane.
out of his mind.
It's funny that people were so psyched on him for so long.
You
They
had
were
to
like,
see it coming.
Thomas Newman. Who the fuck is that?
okay, so his dad was a composer.
So
Dad
close
Thomas
to Ted,
Oldman.
Also, very funny, but also so close to Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Audibly. I should say.
Stylistically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both love Trump, hate the blacks.
So have you seen The Shawshank?
As a baby, yeah, when I was a fucking stupid little baby that liked this shit.
It was
But
like
I-
one of those 2 VHS
Yeah.
joints.
It
I
was.
for real have not seen it in a really long
It's
time.
like 193 minutes long or something.
This is the movie that made Morgan Freeman's voice famous, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yep.
Because prison is no fairy tale world. That happens right before a rape, and it's a little weird that people don't really talk about that part, and they're just like, "What a beautiful voice he has," as Andy Dufresne is getting fucking just the shit kicked out of him, and then he's gonna suck off a dude or 3.
Yeah, they don't show that.
No, but
No,
they show.
This is the 90s.
They show a few times.
You can't show
It happens
man
too many
sucking
times.
cock in the 90s in a hit movie.
That part happens too many times.
It would have got a 10 if it did.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
retroactively, yes. They would be like, this actually...
Well, that movie was like, I'm pretty sure this movie was like panned when it first came out. Like, people
really?
thought it sucked.
Trying to get that NC-17 rating.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, they didn't like this movie when it first came out, and then afterwards, people were like, "Brooks was here," and
Not enough people got shanked in this one. It's in the
A
title.
lot of Shaw, no shanking.
They made a 4TV version that was like 45 minutes long.
I
They
love
somehow
that shit.
like cut it down, and then people were like,
There is
"Oh,
a-
okay."
there's
I'd
a
love
lot in this movie that can be
TV
cut down.
edits, like for the USA Network, were incredible.
Oh, dude, when someone
the
was saying
mouth doesn't match at all. The edit,
every time a fuck you came, forget you.
yeah.
No way!
It says
No, you're right. Like they absolutely could cut this down.
No, I'm saying
And
they
that
did, and then
then well, because yeah, if you just there's like 4 or 5 parts in this movie that are like, well, that really moved the plot forward, and then a lot of it is like Andy Dufresne becomes an accountant for a jail, and then
And now he works for a for-profit prison.
sure, I hope so.
Yep.
In Zihuatanejo.
Too many for-profit
I know
prisons.
too much about this movie.
I know barely anything.
I've
about
been
this
dropping like Easter egg quote shit from this movie.
Maybe they'll have a
the
sequel.
whole conversation.
They should have
Nobody's
Shawshank
picked
2.
up
Who's
on
gonna
it.
shank all these shots? I'm already the best at
Well,
it.
Shawshank 2 Maverick.
Yeah.
So you ready for this? So I forget what
Who's gonna teach me to be a prisoner, huh? And then, what's his name walks in?
Tom Cruise? I hope so.
Tom Cruise,
Tim
but he's in
Ro- his name-
blackface. and he's-
Tim Robbins
yeah,
playing Morgan Freeman.
yeah.
Yeah. But so in the movie,
I think you should stay in prison.
in the movie,
They said Tim
he
Robbins.
gets
I thought they
that.
said Tim Robinson. Sorry. That's why I think you should leave.
I
It's
got
like,
I was right there
God,
with
it's
you.
Stupid. I'm so dumb, dude. I
Yeah,
hope
you
I
kind of
do.
suck, but it's
It goes both ways. I
hope
was here
something-
yesterday.
I hope something bad happens to me.
Dude, do any of these fuckers come out of the walls, drop a big, fat, wet shit on the ground?
Also, that's why I knew I liked Miranda, is because we watched I Think You Should Leave, and she really liked it.
It's
that's
so
awesome.
good.
It's a risky with normies.
Yeah.
It's a risky
True,
show.
true.
A lot of people don't like it.
Kim
Well,
did
it's a-
not
it's-
like it.
It's a painful.
Really?
Ugh. The first sketch is that receipt one with Steve Yoon.
No.
Is that the guy
No,
in
the first
The
sketch.
Walking
the
Dead?
first sketch is when he finishes up the interview and he opens the door the
Oh,
wrong
you're right.
way.
Yes.
And he drools. That drool moment is what turns most people off. They're like, this was painfully funny until the drool. Now I'm confused.
Dude, the text, the courtroom text.
oh my
is
fucking
so
god,
fucking
the
good.
hat.
All right. Anyways, that's enough quoting from.
So yeah, number one. Number two.
Don't move it. I'm gonna,
No, throw your guess, and I haven't
Fuck.
changed it
Oh,
over yet.
I've got to guess too.
I haven't seen this in a hot
You
minute.
guess. You guess.
Well, I've seen I look at the IMDb top 100 list all the time, so I feel
This
like
was
maybe
top
for-
250,
Yeah, that's what I meant. The top 250 list.
which weird.
Okay, I know what the top 5 are. I may be wrong about this one. Is it Lord of the Rings: Return of the King?
Sausage Party.
Howard the Duck. What do you think? Like 9.2?
See, that's why I feel dumb. Oh, I fucking knew it was the Godfather.
I was gonna say
Get
Lord of the
it
What a
Rings.
fucking moron.
Just so you know, is not.
It's in the top 5 or top 10. It might not be in the top 5.
I was
Too
gonna say not in
long.
the top 5.
Too long. Too much walking. Boo.
I mean, you are talking about the Godfather also, though, which is
I
too long,
refuse-
too
I-
much walking.
I refuse to watch it. I've never seen them.
It's fine.
It's good. Yeah. I bet fucking Casablanca or some dumb shit is on this.
It's
movie.
not. Casablanca is not in
Or
the top
fucking
5.
Doctor Strange. It's gonna be some
It's-
movie
It's
that
gonna piss you off.
it's
There's
go-
one in here that's gonna
it's
piss
gonna
you
be
off.
a movie that only a dog could watch because it's in black and white.
Oh.
Why would I watch that? I've got full color vision.
Also, did anyone else grow up thinking that dogs like heard us speaking gibberish because of the Rugrats? Or
Yes.
am I-
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
still
never
believe
associated
so.
that, but I think you're right. It was
Yeah,
Rugrats.
it's where they're in Spike's head for a whole episode. And you're like, this
I
was,
do remember that. Yeah.
This was entirely too creative for the 4-year-olds that watch it. But
They went dog mode. I love it when a show goes dog mode and you
Fuck
get a
yeah.
perspective just from the dog.
yeah,
More shows should do that.
they should do that with Shawshank.
So I mean, it's number 2. I don't really. I mean,
This
what's this
movie's
guy's
the
name?
Number 2.
Marlon Brando had
Marlon
sex
Brando.
with Richard Pryor.
Yes, he did, and they liked it, from what I
Mhm.
heard.
Well, I hope so.
But they
Well-
couldn't talk about it at the time.
Which sad.
Yeah.
Was it a coke fueled?
I don't know. I think Brando was fucking everybody though.
Yeah, he was. But I know Pryor was also doing a lot of blow at the time.
Brando was like that generation's like Philip Seymour Hoffman, I feel like, where he was just in so much shit and he was pretty much great in everything, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, yeah, he's in
Except for
Apocalypse.
the island
he's
of
great
Dr.
in
Monroe.
Apocalypse Now,
Mhm.
which, by the way, that movie is a tough watch.
Yeah.
That is a slog if I've ever seen it.
Crapocalypse now.
They also went like 8 months over their film budget because they filmed it in
Have you seen that
Vietnam.
documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
painful.
a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, and Coppola is just
Whoa.
going insane.
It almost
and you're
kills
like,
him,
this-
yeah.
we were like, oh, this is where Nicolas Cage comes from.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
I haven't seen the documentary. I'll have to check it
It's
out.
really good.
It is really, it's better than the movie, in my opinion.
Nice.
Because,
Should we go to number 3?
please. I think it's The Dark Knight.
Nice. It is The Dark Knight.
And this is the one that was going to piss Ryan off. So
I'm surprised. I like the new Batman better than the Dark Knight. I'll say it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think it sets up.
I
It's
feel
for
like
sure
they
better
were-
than Batman Begins.
I feel yes. I feel like they're on par only because of
This is IMDb, right?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
only because of Heath Ledger's
Of course, yeah.
performance. It just added because you could tell like he genuinely was able to match Christian Bale's energy
yeah.
and like the fury
Well,
that
I've
Christian
heard-
Bale would get.
Sure.
Like, and they just did such a good job of like Heath could tell that he was like just enraged and he would just feed off of it.
Well, it's
like,
a lot more
incredible.
noir. This new one is right.
Yes.
Like it's a lot more.
Dude,
like,
I think it's the
darker
best
and-
like Batman. I think Pattinson is probably my favorite Batman.
That's
They
awesome.
didn't do the fucking hacky. This is where I come from. I'm
No, it just
Batman.
picks up, dude. And talk about like good sound design.
Oh,
Like your first 15 minutes when you're watching, you're like, I'm fucking in right now, dude.
All right, I'm gonna watch.
It's
it.
really
It's got
good.
an
I'm watching
8.0
it
on
tonight.
IMDb. It's not doing too bad.
Well,
It's on
that's-
HBO Max too.
So the reason, in my opinion, the reason this one is so highly rated is because there is no intro to this. This is like one of the few movies I've ever seen that has a legit cold open
It's a great cold
that
open,
hits
too.
as hard
I
as
forget
it
what the
does.
cold open.
It's the
It's the
robbery.
heist.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
heist.
They start off
yeah,
literally
yeah,
the
yeah.
opening,
bus,
yeah,
the fucking
the opening clip is the dude breaking the window and shooting so they can rappel from building to building.
That's right.
But dude, I will say I watched this a couple months ago before the new Batman came out. The whole Dark Knight like trilogy, it's just okay. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's aged super well because I remember
Well-
like being like 16, 17 probably when this came out and like, dude, this is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
and really liking it. And then I watched it now and I'm like, it's like pretty good.
Well,
Well,
but
those
it's- dude,
3 movies specifically, I think, are driven more by their villains than they are by the hero.
yes,
and like
1000%.
the reason Begins is because they don't just pick a villain. You know, there's the whole Ra's al Ghul.
Isn't it like a
and the
twist or
Scarecrow
something?
arc.
But dude, even the Dark Knight, they have Harvey Dent. Like they're trying.
Oh,
Sure.
true.
They're
Yeah.
trying to like squeeze a bunch in, and I think it works in the Dark Knight, but
well, yeah, because it's really all driven by Heath Ledger's Joker.
100%.
You know,
yeah.
but then like they tried so hard to do that with The Dark Knight Rises, and then they try to introduce that villain in the last second. But like they do the sort of anti-hero thing with Catwoman, which like there's that one scene of her in the bar when she like does that guttural scream. You know, like when the cops come in because she like uses the guy's phone or whatever. I'm always like, man, like, what happened to you? Like that came from a dark place.
Yeah.
But like,
It came from filming The Dark Knight Rises.
just fucking A. But they tried so hard with Bane, and they just
Iconic though.
didn't. Yes,
Yeah,
but
I
they
feel
just
like
didn't nail it.
The meme with the little man, the little guy in
Oh, dude.
the suit.
It's the best.
And
It's an
also,
incredible meme.
I mean, if you go like a week without hearing "You Think Darkness Is Your Ally," you're
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably dead.
I had a character for a while where it was Bane, but he's in therapy. You know, he's like, sometimes the darkness is like really scary, you know, and I don't know how to deal with my feelings. And
Can you teach me how to turn on the lights?
his therapist is like, you think self-healing is your thing?" I went to school for self-healing. One time my therapist told me,
Molded by it.
I'm the captain of my ship of mental health, and he's just the first mate. And I was like, dude, if I was like the first mate on a ship and I went to school for like 12 years to be the first mate, and then the captain didn't know anything about ships and also actively was like trying to fuck up the ship sometimes, I'd be pretty pissed off, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read a book that happens, and it's very, very good.
Really.
But there's like a whole. It's like half of this book is about these 2 dudes that like
Two dudes.
sneak their way into being captains of a ship, and all the people working on the ship are like, these fuckers don't know anything about being on ships, and they're like, what do you mean?
It's
We
like,
know ships.
like
And
a
then
Sean William Scott movie.
It's yeah. It's like if Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd starred in a movie that had to be serious, and they had to be serious, but the whole time you were like, you don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
You don't
Speaking
wanna
of
be
the
serious.
number 4,
Role models.
Godfather Part 2.
Which this one
What?
is actually, in my opinion, more iconic because of the Fredo kiss. But because isn't the Fredo kiss in this one?
Yep.
I
He
never
makes
seen
out
it.
with his brother
Yeah.
because he loves him so much.
Yeah, it's hot.
Isn't Ray Liotta from fucking Chantix in this?
No, that's Goodfellas.
I'm surprised
I
Goodfellas isn't.
I thought a young Ray
It-
Liotta
it-
was in this.
Goodfellas, I know, is in the top 20. It might be in the top 10, but I know it's top 20.
Scorsese's best film, Silence. You guys seen Silence?
No.
Really fucking good. It's about Christian missionaries in the 16th century. They're going to Japan to find another missionary who's gone missing. And Japan at the time is like, dude, we don't want Christianity. Like,
Yeah.
So-
it was the land of the rising sun.
Were they still doing this though?
yeah, they would do that.
Very cute.
And
Yeah.
they had Pokemon. They're like, we have fucking Pokemon, dude. We don't need Christianity. That's my god, Arceus. Okay,
Shintoism, is that what I'm thinking?
so happy you
I
said
think
that.
so. The game rules.
I haven't played a lot of it. We should
rules.
talk about
Um,
it after we do the top 5.
But so they go there, and then the leadership of Japan is basically like, yeah, we're gonna start torturing the villagers that believe in Christianity until you guys repent. But you kind of also get where the Japanese are coming from because they're just like, yeah, dude, we don't want this shit here.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really fucking good.
That's-
I think it's his best movie.
It was a
Wow.
Christian imposition for, I don't know what.
Who's
1,000 years?
the main homie?
Okay, so it's Adam Driver, Andrew Garfield.
Greg
Those are like the two
is
main characters.
Greg Giraldo is in it too, right?
Andrew. Oh, no, wait. No, Greg Giraldo isn't. What's his name? Who's
The
who's,
Rose comic?
who's the Taken guy?
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is the priest that goes missing.
Oh,
Holy
God, I
shit.
was hoping
And he's-
so much
he's-
you were going to say he was a Japanese
He's
guy.
like, this Christianity doesn't grow in these lands.
Wait. So Liam Neeson got taken?
Gets taken in the movie.
Oh, frick, yeah.
You guys, Christianity doesn't grow in these lands.
Also, I'm going to fight some wolves for a few hours.
I'm gonna beat up these Japanese guys.
They got some real Japanese people in this movie,
They
too.
do, and here's the thing: you're probably gonna have to cut. Actually, can I say something that you'll have to cut?
Please. You know what? I'm going to challenge you on that one.
Yeah.
Because I know you've seen the movie, or I hope to God you have. But the recent Godzilla with
Yes!
Bryan Cranston?
Yes, the dumb one, right? No, wait, I saw King Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay, so the Godzilla that came out probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
That where Godzilla was like giant and it fought Mothra, but it was a very weird movie. The Japanese guy that's also like one of the main characters in Inception.
Yes. Okay.
When he
Yep, I know who
turns
you're talking
around and says Godzilla, but he does, it's so Japanese when he goes, oh, Godzilla. And he like very
No,
much
no.
doesn't say the L's.
What?
Godzilla.
Right?
Godzilla.
Doesn't he basically? It's an intro for a Gojira.
Yeah. Gojira.
Oh,
That's what that is.
Gojira.
Gojira.
no shit. That's
Yeah,
where that
because they
comes from?
couldn't use, they were going to be called Godzilla, but they couldn't use that as a band name. So they went with the Japanese pronunciation.
Gojira.
Yeah.
Well, now I.
Yeah, you can say it.
Shit. I've been hiding this forever.
I've been playing Sekiro,
Gojira.
so I'm just been
Such
like,
a
oh, I love
fucking
this.
great game.
So I get
First
to
of
like,
all,
you know-
beautiful game.
yeah.
What's the other game that's set in Japan where you're fighting Mongols?
Tekken.
No, dude, it's fucking great though.
Is it newer?
Yeah, like last like 3-4 years probably. What's
Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, dude, Ghost of Tsushima.
Nailed it. I had that recommended
That
to
game
me.
fucking rules.
Sekiro, is it Shadows Die Twice? Is that
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's
Sekiro is
a
like a
subtitle?
hard game.
It's a FromSoft game, so
Yeah.
it's like a Dark Souls.
Man, I just wish they'd make it easy for dumb guys. You know,
m-
give me
yeah,
give me an easy version
It's-
for babies that I can just enjoy and not get upset at.
Well, I got a game that's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's Biomutant. That game is fucking easy as
Oh,
hell.
yeah.
and it's
Okay.
fun as shit.
Okay.
You literally like play a rodent and you just like craft weapons. And,
Dude, I just
like,
want a
have to-
game for fucking babies.
It
Slime
looks
Rancher.
like a game for children.
Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher. Slime
fucking
Rancher.
great.
Slime Rancher. Slime
That
Rancher.
game is
So for babies. So goddamn pleasing.
Well, I grew up with like Ninja Gaiden and like these really impossible games and like
I did.
you had to buy like a
Battletoads and
I played with
booklet.
like I grew up with non-online versions of like Call of Duty,
Mhm.
like where you had to play the story.
Blitz the League was the most frustrating game I ever played, and then I never played another game that didn't have an easy mode.
gotcha. Yeah.
'Cause I just broke so many controllers. I almost
Mhm.
broke my foot. I was an angry child.
Oh, dude, God of War.
Is that a hard game or an easy game?
It's hard,
it
but
scales. It scales
Yes.
really well. You can play on easy mode, and they call it like theatrical mode.
That's
Actually,
great.
did you play the Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah, and I played it on theatrical mode. I enjoyed
Right.
it.
There you
And
go.
that's-
There were challenging parts, but it wasn't enough where I was like, dude, fuck.
God
You
of
can
War. God of
play-
War plays virtually the exact same way.
You can play Elden Ring in a way that's easy.
Really?
Like it's not obvious that the game that there's no easy setting.
Yeah.
But if you use like these summons, like
Yeah.
you can summon people and they'll go beat up the guy for you.
See, that's what everybody's saying with Elden Ring. But then there's like no like map markers and shit, right? Or like it doesn't really tell you where to go. It's just like, yeah, you kind of got to pay attention.
Well, the save points, the grace points,
Yeah.
they have little.
Oh, okay.
They kind of go like, oh, this way.
Oh, this one.
Maybe do this. But yeah, it is pretty cryptic.
Yeah. I'm too stupid for
You can
that,
just like
man.
run around on a horse and
Yeah, speaking
some
of
stuff.
stupid, what's number 5?
Sorry.
Dumb and Dumber. I have no idea.
Do you guys know what
12
this is?
Angry
I'm
Men.
not-
This is actually a good
Shit.
black and white movie.
Yes. Incredible.
Only 11 are pictured.
The guy on the far right.
Taking the picture is the 12th guy.
the far right white hair dude, when he fucking stands up to like show how somebody would stab, it's like so fucking intense.
It's a hung jury, right? That's the whole movie.
Is this one NC-17?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it ends in a bukkake scene.
Hell yeah.
Have you guys seen the Family Guy thing of this?
No.
It was like 12 Angry Men or 11.
But yeah,
I haven't seen it.
it's
Heard great things.
It's worth a
such an
watch.
iconic movie. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's free to watch too.
Yeah.
It's that old. It's like
Yeah,
open
It's like
license.
public domain.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
You can do anything with
I
this
I
movie.
watched this in school.
Really?
Yeah. There was
That's
an
where I
English
watched
teacher that was like,
Apocalypse
"What? Really?"
Not high school.
Yeah, 1957. So yeah, it would
Holy
be.
shit.
Film class in college.
Ah, there we go.
Just an excuse for me to get baked and go to school.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
And then
about.
I failed film class.
Oh, real quick.
You guys want to take a guess on what number 6 through 10 are? Because I got it pulled up. There's a
6
couple
through
of good
10.
ones.
Star Wars.
Not in the top 10. It is in the top 20.
Is Titanic in there?
No,
Really?
correct.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan.
Nope, not in the
Damn.
top 10.
Jurassic Park.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
It's about Jews.
Schindler's List.
Number 6. Very good.
That makes sense.
Then, ready?
Mhm.
Return of the King. Number 7.
Mm,
Told you it's up there.
very good.
Too much walking.
Have you seen the extended versions? They really
God,
add to the...
That's the same problem I have with all the new Star Wars movies. Is you think it's gonna end, and then it just keeps fucking going. It's like, dude, you had the big battle, and now there's 40 minutes left somehow.
But then you get to see more of Kylo Ren, who looks so much like one of those boxers from the 40s, but
dude, he's not the problem with the new. Trilogy.
not at all. I genuinely enjoy his character arc.
Yeah.
It's the fans. That's what the problem is.
The
With
fans
new-
are a huge
the
problem.
new-
Bingo.
I don't think.
No,
they
it's because they put an Asian chick in it.
They shouldn't have brought Palpatine back though. I feel like that does.
Yeah, that was
kinda
I
lazy.
think that
Yeah.
was brought on by the fans being
lazy. Yeah,
assholes.
just like-
They're like, fine, here's a Palpatine.
You didn't like Snoke? Fine, we'll make him a fake thing. but now they have to justify it with season 3 of Mandalorian.
And we're also getting a lot of good shit. Although Book
Oh
of
my
Boba was
God.
pretty bad.
You didn't like Boba
I
Fett?
thought the conclusion of the show was awful.
I liked the Mandalorian episodes. I hated the Robert Rodriguez directed ones. You could tell it's the ones with the moped bike things that go
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're going 5 miles an hour, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is a chase scene?
Isn't it? That's the guy that did like that chainsaw
I
leg
do
movie.
I do like the preludes to those episodes though, like when him becoming a part of the
Yeah.
Tuscan clan, because that is fucking rad.
Yeah.
I've
that
been
whole
watching
arc, and
I've been watching too many YouTube videos of angry guys that are like, here's how they should have done it, because a lot of the time they do have really good ideas where it's like,
Yeah.
actually that would have been pretty good if they would have done that.
They're like
Yeah.
that red shirt kid
Oh,
from World
yeah.
War.
Dude, can we play the fucking... Okay, so
Who's the
Mara
red
and I
shirt?
have been recording episodes, trying to record episodes of this new fucking show we're doing. It finally worked out, but Mara turned me on to this fucking god
whoa.
of a human being. Yeah.
We'll do the OG one.
Hello. I just finished reading The Shattering yesterday, and I noticed something. It said that Falstad Wildhammer was going to be on the Council of Three Hammers, but in the beta it's Kurdrin Wildhammer, and Falstad is not in the game at all. What happened to him?
Isn't Falstad dead? From Day of the Dragon? No?
No, he survived, and in fact, he was the leader of Airy Peak in Vanilla WoW through Wrath of the Lich King.
Right, of course. Right. Yeah, Alex, what's up with that?
Thanks for pointing that out. We're gonna get that fixed.
Thank you.
Bet.
So yeah, then he comes back like every year and he's just like, you guys want me to make the game for you, essentially?
Can we see more? Like, this kid rules.
It's fucking great. It is
Is there just hours of this kid?
I think it was like 6 years in a row they had him. And,
Yeah.
And like he always had the red shirt on, and then they put him in the game as an NPC,
Oh, that rules.
as a fact checker.
That's cool.
All right, so my oops of the week, just real quick. 'Cause it's so just fucking and we already sort of went down the Trump train, so it kind of fits with that too.
okay.
So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dr. Mehmet Oz, but he's
my
running for
God.
Senate in Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah, it's like a whole thing, and he's endorsed by Donald Trump, and he's like shitting on the libtards and the cucks and the gays, and
They do deserve
hates
it.
them. Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
They've had it too good for too long.
What has it been? 8 years? But he's really fully like going on like he just came out with a campaign ad where he's like shooting a gun, and you're like, you've never done this before for sure.
Oh my God.
And he's like, they're not gonna take our guns because I prescribe them or something. I don't know, some fucking stupid thing.
I love
you
those.
got cancer, get a gun.
But now people are turning on him because he's actually still a citizen of Turkey.
No
he's
way.
Like, yeah, he's got dual citizenship, and he voted in the last Turkish election. So, so all of the people that were like backing him because he backed Trump are like, wait a minute, you one of those towel heads? What are you doing? And now he's like losing a ton of support. So, oops, shouldn't have been a piece of shit.
Fuck that guy, dude.
He's a doctor.
Can't be a real.
Is he a real doctor though?
Well, it's like he was actually on trial at the Senate Ethics Committee for having like endorsed all these things and called them like miracle cures and miracle
that's
pills.
right.
And they're like, are they actually miracle pills? And he's like, well, I say that, but no, they're not. And then they're like, so like, but all these companies make like millions of dollars every time you say that they're a miracle pill. And he's like, yeah, I genuinely believe in the products. And like, do you? And he's like,
Because they pay me. to
Yeah.
believe in
right,
the product.
exactly. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
But
that trial was awesome.
and also like Sean Hannity is like his campaign advisor and is also a host on Fox News. And you're like, well, this is, I mean,
Dude.
we're doing state TV now.
It's so awesome how nothing's ever gonna happen to these guys.
Yeah,
they're
not
always
at all.
not even like a slap on the wrist.
Well,
10
they
years
just-
we'll be like, man, don't you remember how great
Yeah.
Sean Hannity was?
207
great.
Republicans just voted down the like,
breast milk thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
What?
the baby
Formula.
formula
Baby
shortage.
formula, yeah.
So we were going to import more baby formula, and it was
Uh-huh.
going to be a government subsidized decision. And the 207 Republicans that voted it down are the same ones who are like, we're murdering babies. You gotta have your babies, but you can't feed them.
Yeah, aren't we doing like the emergency
I heard babies like almonds.
emergency production act or something on it now?
It's fucked. And then, I mean, today they voted again on something that was, I think I just had it up. Chris,
It's
I
I got nipples. Can you milk me,
too.
Greg?
Yeah, Act of
Yeah.
2022. Yeah, it's not, things are not going well.
There's gonna be a civil war.
Yeah, God,
But before there's a civil war, you can catch me at the Fargo Tap Room on June 10th and 11th. That's like the only thing that I'm really excited about that I'm doing.
Okay.
Is this going to come out before June 10th or 11th?
Yeah, it'll come out next Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see.
God,
about
I
that.
hope so.
We'll see about
plus
that.
Plus your shows and your Instagrams and all those things.
Oh yeah, you can. If you liked me here, you can check out We Cool Podcast. It's a podcast where three white men apologize for things, demand apologies, and we read anonymous listener apologies, which could be from you if you want.
I did submit one. You guys
Really?
did read it, yeah.
We read it?
Yeah, I think you hated me as a person.
No way.
yeah. They're like,
Was
no,
it-
not accepted or something.
Was it the shampoo? The
No, not the shampoo
Okay.
one though.
Is
It was we like forced a kid out of our friend group in middle school,
Wait.
and we were like, my friend would make comics about him having scoliosis. It was really bad. But then at the end of it, I said like, I want to apologize to the new group of kids that he went to go hang out with
I think
because he was a big piece of shit.
We were anti you on this?
yeah,
This-
like
We were trying to save face.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
He was a huge dick though.
Bowing down to the
Worst
woke
seventh grader on the
mob.
planet. Piece of shit.
I think
Deserved that scoliosis.
That's why we called him Scoliosis Greg. No, it's funny to make fun of people for their physical
Yeah, of
disabilities.
course.
When you're a kid,
Yes.
Yeah.
okay.
And
then
an adult. I mean, I'll lean into that one a little harder.
It's pretty funny.
If I will say, if you're friends with them,
Yes.
Or they're jerks.
sure.
Or they are huge pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I think those two probably go hand.
Lean and Jimmy or whatever the fuck his name is.
Well, like we would play D&D, and
That's
he
his
was the dungeon master. He'd be like, "Well, your character gets encased in a fart bubble that makes them gay." I'm like,
You'd be like, well, you have scoliosis, dude.
Basically. Karma, bitch.
How's that feel, Bubble Boy?
Kept trying to kill my bear. I was a beastmaster.
Ah.
I was also a Beastmaster, but
How am I not a furry?
I chose the worst sidekick, and I only chose it because I saw it was in the book as possible sidekicks. I had a chipmunk that was my sidekick. I didn't know you could pick one, so I was like, well, fucking A, that's going to be my thing. And then I made it, its armor was one of those weird, those old school like Imperial helmets that had the point on it? You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just shot him out of a slingshot at people.
Dude,
Point first.
I remember my actual oops of the week.
Oh, it wasn't
Or
going to
oops of
Florida?
well, it was that remember when I called you about the Australian
Oh,
thing?
yeah. That's funny.
Okay, so almost the entire time we were in Florida, I used an Australian accent.
Oh,
I was like-
you were telling us this.
Yeah, so like we're gonna have a fucking great time. Fuck, Landon, hey, fucking like I'm being an asshole to the kids and is super fun.
Yeah, be Australian for vacation. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
But I wanted it to be because there were some Australians like that would we would hear them and I was like, okay, so if somebody asks us where we're from, I need a real town. So Landon and I Googled a town called Ingleburn, which is we're from Ingleburn. It's a small town outside of Sydney. Probably never heard of it. And I had this whole plan that like, if anybody asks, that's what we're going to say. And I told Landon too, because he was starting to get in on it. And we're at this pool the last night we're there, and a fucking lady like jumps up and is like, oh my God, did you see that critter? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I turn around and there's this huge fucking raccoon behind me. I'm like, good God, look at the size of that thing. And this lady goes, where are you from? And for some reason, my dumb brain goes, Minnesota. and she was so like bummed. She goes, oh, okay.
Oh, you're just
And then
a
walked
weird
away.
dad.
It sucks when a bit goes awry. I bought this World War II veteran hat.
Did it have a swastika on it?
No, but it was one of 3 left. And it was from like an official because
On
my
Earth?
dad's a veteran, so I have access to it.
And
So,
my dad's a veteran too, okay?
well, my
Wait,
dad killed Vietnamese people and it fucked him up. So
Now he's a pipe fitter.
yeah, wow, yeah. He's 72.
I
He's-
like that joke a lot.
Your dad's 72?
Yeah, his old dick.
Holy shit.
old dick.
Are you an only child?
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I have a half sister, but she voted for Donald Trump, and my dad disowned her.
Fuck yeah, your
Yeah.
dad's based as hell.
Her and her fucking dumbass construction worker husband wouldn't shut up about it. So now, Sherry, if you're listening to this, you're out of the will, bitch.
Boom! I hope you can hear this because I'm doing it as loud as I can.
But I bought this World War II veteran hat, and I was like, oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever done in my life.
It's good.
It's a pretty good bit, and it says World War II veteran on it. And I went to a vape shop. This is the first time I wore it out in public, and I'm like, vape guys are gonna love this shit, And so I get to the counter, I'm buying shit, and the guy, he's like some 16-year-old stoner kind of guy, and he goes, he like looks at my hat, and he's like, oh, dude, thanks for your service, and I'm like, well, and then he like, as I'm like, well, he's like looking at the hat, and he's like, oh wait. And then I was like, yeah, it's like a bit. And he's like, you tricked me. I was like really hurt by it. And I was like, no, that's not what this is. You're supposed to see World War II. I think veterans too big on it, and World War II is smaller. But it's like you're supposed to see that and think, now here's a funny guy who doesn't respect the military.
Yeah.
Not like I'm stealing valor, which I should be able to do in the mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right there with you.
I'm going to go to Applebee's tonight and tell them I'm a veteran. They won't check my card because I'm going to say, why would you need to see my fucking card? What is this, Nazi Germany? And I'm Jewish now? And then they'll be like, yeah, I make $8 an hour.
I love the... So ever since I forget who it was, but when you guys were like, let's go to Applebee's,
yeah,
and nobody wanted to go, ever since then, anytime somebody brings up Applebee's, in my head I go, nobody wants to go. No one wants to go.
No.
And so...
But I do. Because I want to see Top Gun. And I'm going to get a 2 for $25 for me alone.
And then that fucking Survivor clip. This year we've got Applebee's.
Yeah.
That's big.
Totally
That's
changing
home.
things. Yeah.
The fucking
We've done it again.
talks, which I should send my talks for the week. But
Oh, did you guys see the one that I sent?
no, I thought we weren't supposed to watch because it was in the
I watch everything.
message
Can,
thread.
can you pull it up? We can end on this. It's fucking great.
Sure, I don't have anything.
Oh, did you have
to
more?
say.
It's almost
Haven't
we're
we
almost
been-
at
Nah,
2
man,
hours.
Fuck me.
I was gonna say we've been recording for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. I'd like to hit the set soon.
I'd like to go to Applebee's.
Half app starts in 2 minutes.
It's nice that you found a
No,
place.
it's gonna be busy.
Where are we? Third.
I've been doing a lot of.
I mean, you got to play the Megalovania song to play us out. What does
Just
that
in-
mean to play us out? Oh, I saw this video.
Oh.
I'm going to use 20 grand of it to pay off my sister's student loans. Because why the fuck not?
Anthony, you're gonna break my fucking door! Oh my god! What is all this?
That is your student loans. What? Paid in full by my penis.
It's really weird, but thank you. A blessing what you did for your sister. But did you ever think you should take that fucking money and buy your own fucking house?
So my first business paycheck came.
That guy rules.
Yeah, that fucking
so
rules
good.
so hard.
Plus his mom. Oh,
Also,
wonderful.
good looking dude.
Yeah.
Probably got
That's
a great
why he's
piece.
making the fucking good money.
Which
They-
I didn't think. I mean, this is weirdly sexist against dudes, but I didn't think guys would crush on OnlyFans. But
Well, I mean,
Why
if you
that?
got a solid piece, that dude's body is hot.
Mhm.
sure. But is he sharing in the spoils of somebody? Of
I wonder if he does bits naked, because that would be great. You know what I mean? Like if he's doing shit like that.
Yeah, that was really well
just
done.
comes out like nude in an apron with a rock hard penis going through.
Like
the apron.
people are like, I'm not masturbating to this. It's just wonderful to watch.
Does anyone want eggs? Would you like to buy my special key?
Friday workday fit check. Got the blue. You'd look good in blue. Got our name tag. Team member since 2017. Take that. White undershirt from, I don't know, Walmart. This is from Land's End. Logo attached. Don't look at that. Have to tuck it in. That's unfortunate for the figure. Black pants. Guess where? Guess where? Kingsize.com. Google it. It's for fat people. Shoes. Pete the shoe. Pete the shoe. Pete the shoe. Skechers online. Love it. Let's look. Oh, belt. Kingsize.com. It's for fat people. You wouldn't get it. Mask. Land's End. Love it. Great masks. Thank you. And the drink. The Quick Trip mug. 64 ounces. Drinking some water. Drink your water. Don't forget to drink your water. Ready for work. Ooh. Oh. Terrible for the figure. Terrible. See you next time.
I don't know why it killed me. I was just like, damn,
It's like a Clifton.
they fucking rule. I'm like, also the loudest part of their entire ensemble never gets addressed.
The glasses.
Glasses,
yeah,
yeah.
holy shit, those glasses.
Drew Carey glasses.
Wow.
Bingo.
Nice. Is that Drew Carey's kid?
God, I hope so. I hope Drew Carey's kid works at Quick Trip. guy is
Definitely doesn't.
I thought that
Almost
guy.
a
Well, yeah,
100%
I mean,
chance does not.
but
do that.
God, that would be.
Dude, also these strings things. Oh,
You
my
like those
God.
bands?
They're fun to play with, and
They
I keep
sure are.
fucking with them. I feel like I'm not
It's
supposed
okay.
to.
It doesn't make any sound.
It feels like a forbidden thing though, where it's
Nah,
like,
get your band on, dude.
God, dude, we have such shitty microphones on my dumb podcast.
Yeah,
It's a good podcast.
It's a good podcast.
It's
I was gonna say
fine.
it's a good podcast. So
Yeah, it's delayed, and also like to like clip it.
I was gonna say if you just edit in 3 parts
Oh, I
and then
see.
you just do like whoever's talking is the subject of the video, you could probably do it in vertical.
That's I don't know.
I don't know if that even would work, but
I think we're just gonna take the
Comment below. Will that work?
tell me how to fix my
Yeah.
life.
Steven,
but we'll get you some clips. I just wanted to touch you.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say,
That's
you
okay.
looked like you're about to
God, I want
the
to fuck
old-
Ryan.
the old Yahtzee.
Well, you're a
shit.
handsome guy. I mean, I don't, sexually, I don't know if, but you're very handsome.
Ryan
man.
doesn't putt from the rough, but if he did,
Oh, that's fine.
oh, another oops of the week. I'm gonna drop a slur here, but it is
Whoa.
in context.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take the
Yeah.
headphones
off, all right?
mm,
No, not that slur. It ain't that one. That one I don't think you ever get.
No.
Even in context, you just
At House of Comedy a month ago, after I had a pretty good set, a giant black man came up to me and said, "Good set, little white N-word." And I was like, "Sir, you don't know how cool that makes me."
yeah. This made my year.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, "Thanks, big." I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you.
But
I'd never say it.
think it. I would
You-
think it.
You can't make me say it. Go ahead, torture me, waterboard me. Fuck my little ass. I won't say it.
Flush my toilet 3 times. I won't say it.
Put hairspray in the toilet. I think spraying hairspray in a toilet is so fucking funny for him to say.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be able to spray hairspray in the toilet now.
Because Lord knows that's where everybody does their hair.
They say if you do it 3 times, a spooky guy will come and kill you. If you turn the lights off and spray hairspray in the toilet 3
You
times.
go to the grocery store to buy cereal, and they card you. And they
Really?
tell you they need ID
really
to buy groceries.
Really spooky guy. If you are in the bathroom and the lights are off and you say Bloody Mary 3 times, a really spooky guy's gonna come and he's gonna get you, and it's not gonna be nice.
I also heard if you say Bloody Gary 3 times in the dark, Mike Pence shows up and tells you his mom doesn't like that you're saying that. So
Mhm.
His mom wife. Anyway, so I'm golfing in my men's league, which
You have a league?
Which is sexist.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's very exclusionary. League is such a loose term.
Golf's one of those things where I don't understand why it's gendered.
Not a sport?
Well,
Why is it gendered? Because I feel like
Well,
men and
like,
women have the
players on the
equal-
LPGA absolutely could play against.
Yeah,
players
just
on the
make it
regular
one
PGA.
fucking PGA, dog.
Well, so the only
I
The
think
only-
I think the only way to make it fair is if men play with an eye patch.
the only way to make it fair is if women are allowed to play on tees, like front tees,
Mm-hmm.
Do women?
because they don't carry the ball as far. That's
So
the
you're
only
saying
diff-
women can't drive?
That's the only 100%. That's the only difference.
Nice.
I
He
stole
stole-
that
I
from
was gonna
you.
say, if you don't say it, I'm telling him.
Caleb.
Presley, the Barstool guy. He's like interviewing he's like the long-haired fella.
Yeah, I'll send you.
I don't
a
even
link.
watch Barstool, but I watch him. He's
Exactly.
fucking funny. But anyway, so at golf league, and this guy he's kind of rubbing me the wrong way the whole day, and I was like, I don't like it like that. I
He's
like
doing your sides.
yeah, it was just
You're
too
like,
much.
My front.
Right.
I like my front tummy
So
rubbed.
yeah, and say nanny 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 when you do it, but sing it. Yeah, thanks, mommy. But
All that's left is to numb the asshole. Num 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 num. num.
but so he
That's what Biden wants.
Yeah.
He wants you to be rubbed on your sides, and he doesn't want them to say no, 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 no. He wants them to be rough. He wants them to grab your sides, and they're gonna throw you
No
into the
tick.
ocean.
No tickles.
But so this guy, the round's going on and whatever, and he's playing poorly. Not worse than me. I'm playing the worst by far. But this guy is playing poorly by his standards.
Is
and
he
he's
getting in your head?
No, not at all. He's starting to just get more and more irritated with himself, and he's starting to like throw minor tantrums on the greens, like when he misses a putt or when he hits a bad shot or whatever. And we get to this par 3, and he misses a putt. It's a birdie putt, and there's like a whole thing in golf is like you never leave a birdie putt short because that means you didn't even give it a chance. So this guy leaves a putt short, and he just, God, you're going to have to beep the hell out of this.
Sure.
But he just goes,
Well, actually, we could just, Mara?
Scott, you fucking faggot.
nice. So I had the...
Was he talking to
I don't
himself?
condone that. Yeah. Right. So at first I'm like...
That seems okay to me.
Well, so at first I'm like, I feel like I should be like, hey, man, let's maybe not,
Yeah, if you...
But then also I'm like, okay, so there's the moral dilemma and the ethical dilemma. The moral dilemma is like, I don't really want to condone... I don't want to be known as the guy that condones people dropping that nuke on us.
Yeah, you shouldn't have given him a thumbs up.
Love the language. Honestly, give yourself a birdie. Circle that too.
That'd be so funny if he said that and then you went, oh, I've been holding it in all day.
Sheesh.
I was waiting for someone
God,
to
it's
say.
like a hot fart.
A hot fart that came out of my mouth and started in my heart.
But came in my butt, right? But then he...
This guy knows what I'm talking about. Scott!
But he... So then the ethical dilemma, though, for me was like, all right, I'm new to the league. I don't know any of these people. They're all like buddies and hang out outside of the league.
Is
nobody
your dad
looks
in this
comfortable? League? No, nobody looks comfortable like that. He said it, but nobody's calling him on it. And I don't want to be new guy in the league that in week 1 is like, excuse me, I'd prefer if you didn't use that kind of language. But then, like, the remainder of the holes, he didn't get any better. He just started dropping, like, hole after hole. It was like he's dropping. First, on that hole, obviously, he uses the toughest one. And then he's like, you're fucking gay. And then, like, the next one, he's like, what a queer. And then the next one, and I'm like, dude, just fucking suck a guy off at something. Like, just try it. You clearly have a thing about this. Like, and he's not using any other
wait.
ludicrous,
How old is
ridiculous,
this person?
inappropriate. He's mid-50s.
Is this guy actually Tim Dillon?
He might be. But it was so weird. Like, it
was there a small, handsome comedian next to him?
Yeah.
A blonde, small, handsome comedian? Who was agreeing, was like, yeah, you should say that about Black Lives Matter. That's good.
I'm sorry, it sounds hilarious though.
Well, it was
if I was there, I'd be laughing my ass off.
But like to some degree, I'm like, man, this is kind of fucked. Like, this is one, it's antiquated language, but two, it's like you started so hot, now you're just kind of like throwing.
I've got a real problem with antiquated language, dude. If you speak Latin around my house, I'll fuck you up.
They don't even teach that anymore.
Yeah. I'll fuck you up, you beep.
But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. Carpe
funny.
diem, I guess, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Seize the gay.
Sorry about the Latin.
Carpe dicum.
Man,
got him.
Yeah, I did. I had a good joke. God, I swear it was.
Do you want?
You said carpe diem, and I said seize the gay.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I didn't hear it.
Thanks.
If you'd have said says the gay, I would have.
Wait, do you want to do the carpe diem again? Then you can
Do one more time.
Carpe diem.
Seize the gay.
Sorry about the
Nice.
Latin. See how I just walked right over your bit again? 'Cause I don't fucking care.
You guys are so kind to one another.
Yeah.
Scott, fuck my ass dry.
Well, yeah, like he was saying, like, but it's like,
Why don't you just lube me up then and hold me down?
That's what he was saying.
Take me out on a date.
That's how he ended the round. It was like the 14th hole was when he dropped the F-bomb, and then the rest of it was just like,
ram my anal cavity.
Why don't you match with me on my private grinder because I don't want my family to find out, and then we'll go to behind the movie theater. And
why don't you just suck off Sean again?
Yeah, that's right.
Or whatever.
You can find me. I'm
something.
Steve Miller.
Just come in my
Bam.
ass.
Exactly.
Anyway, all right. So if you're still here,
Shout out to Scott.
Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Alex. I had a fucked up day on
better day though. Right?
Wednesday.
It was yesterday. It was for sure.
Yeah, yesterday. Fucked up day, and just uber depressed, and a lot of like feelings of like futile, like nothing that I do is like going well, and I mean Mara's in the same boat as like
God, you just love to end a podcast on a high note.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
You got to turn that Wednesday into a Grins Day. When you're feeling down on a Wednesday,
Oh no! I'm using that all the time.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
Take it.
What was the thing that Rob? Oh, we were leaving Keller, and Robert goes, "All right, send me nudes so I know you got home safe."
That's very funny.
Holy shit, that's funny. Very good. But anyways, I love you. Thank you
love
for,
you too,
for being
brother.
there for me, homie.
Oh, okay, real quick. Here's the thing that I was doing when I went to US Bank Stadium for a Vikings game. Grant had his friend had season tickets. He was out of town, so we went to a game and then just got fucking hammered. And
So easy to get hammered at those games.
we also almost got kicked out because they stopped serving beer in the fourth quarter, and we didn't know that. We had beer in our hand, and they were like, "You need to put it back," and we were like, "What?" And they're like, "Put it back," and we were like, "But we're about to buy it." And then the lady was like, "We'll fucking kick you out," and we're like, "All right, what the hell?"
Fourth quarter. We already saw the whole game.
I don't fucking.
Can I bring the beer with?
Yeah, for real. But I was doing this bit where I would go up to anybody who would listen, and I would go, "Yeah, can you believe they wouldn't cash my work check here at US Bank Stadium? More of a stadium, less of a bank, huh?" And I did that to probably 18 people, and a couple times I got a laugh, And then a lot of times people were confused at what I was saying because I was also really drunk.
Yeah.
And one time I was in the bathroom and I was at the urinal, and there was a guy next to me. And I was like, I'm this guy who's going to get it. And I lean over to him. We're both peeing. I lean over to him and I go, "Yeah, can you believe?" And I'm also like, this is the drunkest I am. So I'm like, "Can you believe they wouldn't my work check here at the stadium?" And the guy's peeing, and he goes, "What?" And I go, "Nothing." And he goes, "No, what did you just say to me?" And he got really aggressive. Like, I think he was trying to fight me for a second there. And I was like, I just said that I wouldn't let me cash my check here at US Bank Stadium. That's fucked up, right? And then he looked at me. He was like, "What the fuck?" And he walked away and didn't wash his hands. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
But, yeah, I'm kind of a problem. Also, I blacked out that night.
Oh, God.
I lost my vape. This is when I was living with my ex, and then she had to take care of me all night. And then she betrayed me. Can you believe that?
I mean, no.
A woman.
You?
Here's the thing. Amber Heard shits in a man's bed, and everybody loses their mind. But a woman shits on a man's heart. And everyone seems to be okay with that.
Holy
It's an interesting... And on top of that, Amber Heard's hot.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for saying that on another podcast.
Heard that.
Ooh, nice.
Heard but not seen. Yeah, I got in trouble on another podcast because I said she was hot, and the fact that she does all that stuff just makes her hotter. And then they posted that reel. She's like, "Dude, come on, don't post that out of context." And then it got 300 likes, and a bunch of people were in the comments "Oh, domestic abuse is really funny, huh?" It's like when it happens to famous people, kinda. Yeah, I mean,
they sound insane when they talk to each other. All this audio that they play, it's
these people don't live in the real world.
Right.
And also, it's not
entirely too much laughing in those clips.
I'm pretty sure they're both bad. I think,
yes,
but the internet for some reason decided Johnny Depp didn't do anything.
Well, he's the cool pirate guy,
Yeah, but she's hot. Where's the give?
If you had to pick an actor to definitely have a drinking and drug and abuse problem, it had to be the pirate guy. But people are like, "No, the rum was just gone. Come on, that was his whole thing."
Oh, and then they're trying to make her look bad. Like, she's snorting coke in court. I'm like, that fucking rules so hard.
If she is, fuck yeah, dude. Because at that point you're like, this is insane.
I saw somebody say that she was snorting something that would make her tear up.
I heard that too.
Alka-Seltzer.
Which that would make more sense, honestly, because it's dude, just wait a couple
Could
hours.
you imagine someone snorting Alka-Seltzer?
I imagine it'd be like those fizzy bops that
I'm gonna do it
in Willy Wonka.
You guys,
just start floating.
Come back next week. I'm gonna snort Alka-Seltzer. I'll do it.
I wouldn't.
You guys
I'm
don't
gonna do
need
it.
listeners that bad, man.
Oh yeah, we do.
Snort Alka-Seltzer.
I'm gonna do it.
And then the week after, we're gonna eat a pile of shit.
So send in your shit. P.O. box.
What are you guys gonna have Zach Kagan on the podcast? No?
Oh,
I was gonna make a PU box.
How is he? All right, my wife.
Well,
called me,
my
so I
wife.
got it. My wife Sleep
yeah,
of a wizard.
fucking thank you for doing this, man.
Yeah, thank you guys
such a
for
fun
having
time.
me on. I had a blast. and
Yeah, dude. Thanks for driving like an hour.
Yeah.
I was very surprised how far it was.
It's not
You
short.
moved since the last time, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah,
we
they
got,
got a
we fucking this is glow up.
yeah, they got a rich folk house now.
Mm-hmm.
They got so many bathrooms
There's a lot of retirees around here who love the police.
and don't really love the Jews.
Yeah, they call
That's
the,
kind of this whole area though is like pretty.
Well, where I'm at, I love the Jews, but I'm just not in love with the Jews. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm not married to them. You know? I was telling, okay, real quick. This is the last thing I'll say.
Dude, this is
I was telling Grant how I like to turn my water faucet on so my cat can watch it because he likes to watch the water.
100%.
And like I feel superior, you know, because I'm like, what a fucking idiot. But then I'm also like enraptured with him watching it, and
Yeah.
then I'll catch myself actually watching it, and then I'm thinking about how like it is amazing how I could just have this on all day and it will never stop coming out of there, you know. And then he called me Water Hitler. Because he was like, dude, what if like water becomes scarce, you know, and then like someone finds out that you've been wasting gallons and gallons of water just watching.
The liberals don't want you to watch your cat drink water.
No,
all
they
day.
definitely don't.
They want you to turn
They
the
don't
faucet
want
off.
you. They don't want you to be able to do that. But he called me Water Hitler, and I was like, well, that sounds awesome. Okay, because here's the thing. Again, very
Wait,
pro-
is it Hitler with water bending powers?
That's what I was saying too.
Nice.
Like, I love the Jews, but they would have stood no fucking chance if Hitler could have water bended. Okay, imagine if someone taught him blood bending. Okay, imagine that, Anne Frank. If
yeah.
Somebody get that lady a Kleenex.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I got a bit for either one of you to work on.
sure.
You can both of you can take this. I'm happy to ghostwrite a bit for
I'm
somebody.
starved for bits.
And it's
Yes.
well, neither of you.
I'm writing
really
about
are.
fucking donuts.
You guys
Fair.
can use all my
Fair.
jokes about having a surgically constructed vagina.
Yes.
I would love to do that.
Very
So,
personal.
Just a guy who's clearly stealing a trans person's jokes. No, this is I just fucking just came up with it. I'm very imaginative.
I used to do a bit where I was like, this is my impression of a female comic. What's up, ladies? I'm single. Woo! The only ring I'm wearing is a Nuva ring. And people hate it.
I could see why.
But it was one of those bits where I was like, I know you guys are going to hate this.
Well, as someone who hates women, I love it. Known woman hater. Water Hitler, Ryan Kahl. Ryan the Water Hitler Kahl.
Oh, I'm going to have to drink a protein shake after this. I've been
Dude, I'm
working
feeling
my muscles.
lightheaded.
All right.
Yeah.
So this might fit your brand a little bit
Have to do
better
with
than
assholes?
it would
You
fit
think
your
it's too
brand. but-
smart for me?
No, I think it's just too aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Give it to me.
But okay, so the whole bit is basically just built around like, why do people watch scary movies? Like, is real life not terrifying enough for you?
Mhm.
Like, you drive down the highway at 80 miles an hour next to a 14-ton truck, and the guy's picking his nose, and you're not like, Anyway, so it's
This guy's jacking off to mom's son stuff, huh?
yeah.
On pervmom.com. He's got a subscription.
So I'm gonna read a giant
Perv mom, maybe
chunk of it.
analmom.com if he's into that.
Yeah, dude.
Because there's two parts to this bit, and I think
Olders for youngers.
Ryan, I think you would do better with the second half, and you would do better with the first.
Bumping
half.
mics.
Yeah, we'll tag team.
So the first half is basically you don't get enough of that shit in your life, so you set aside some very valuable time of peace to watch something in the dark, surrounded by other people in a theater, and do your best to enjoy watching a good old church girl get possessed by a demon that forces her to eat her cat and bend over backwards and ask her dad to fuck her mouth. And then people pay to just be disturbed then, because if you're not disturbed watching it, you're either a sociopath or Helen Keller. She was blind and deaf and a poet. This is where you come in. And also a teacher. Yep, that's true. Did you know this? Helen Keller was a teacher.
I did not
We've
know
gone
that.
over that on the show.
Oh,
Very
we have?
hella
In the late
based, yeah.
1800s, there was a
Socialist.
woman that could not
Oh, yeah.
see, so she had no idea what letters looked like or what a word was, and she was deaf, which means she couldn't hear what words were, and she was a teacher.
Dude, imagine being in her class and you're like, why is it got to
How
be
do you learn from her?
You're like, why has it got to be an 8 a.m. class every time?
They're just dumb.
She doesn't even know what time is. You know, like it just. I feel like.
And I'm not talking the abstract concept of time.
No,
she
never seen a clock. This woman.
Yeah. Say what you will about Helen Keller, but she's never seen nor heard a clock.
Right.
She has never uttered the phrase, "It's 5 o'clock somewhere."
Also, how does she grade papers unless everyone in the class is doing their work in Braille? And how do you do something in Braille?
She just takes their word for it, you know. But
It's
even
so
then,
good, she feels their word for it.
I got I think a Thanksgiving turkey. She's doing like hand painting on their stuff. Like she just puts her hands.
I was
in
just
paint
thinking that
like,
kids were like using like hole punchers.
Yeah,
but
what grade was she teaching?
I don't. This is where I feel like you could add some legs to something about
the
Helen
funny
Keller.
thing is, this is 1,000% an Alex Petra bit.
Yeah.
Like the way that it's structured.
Yeah, just run on sentences and just kind of devolves until I'm like, I'm crazy. And then they're like, yo, you.
Like there's things that I could take out of it. My shit would be like.
The anxiety thing was more.
Yeah, yes.
Where I'm like, is scary, or is life not scary?
See, and then you wrap it around to, so she was a teacher. If she was a teacher today, she finagled somehow. She's the one driving 80 miles in a truck, jacking off to mom's son.
So I do that whole Helen Keller, like, just diatribe, and then I'm like, you want to be scared? Get high and go to the airport. That is fucking terrifying. And then I follow that up with some more Helen Keller stuff. I don't know.
What happens if she gets lost? Like, if she went missing, how would they find her? I guess a dog. Probably.
I don't. Yeah, but
Ashi.
did they train dogs to do that back then, or is that just some woke liberal shit?
Ooh,
I'm sick of these woke liberal dogs.
So my dad was talking about Australia because of my Australian accent, and I was like, dude, Australia is the perfect like analogy for hell just being a fucking blast, because England sent all of the worst people to this island thinking that it was going to be a punishment. Now everyone wants to fucking go to Australia. Sure, there are about 100 things that could kill you as soon as you land on their ground. But have you seen the fucking auditorium with the thing in Sydney?
Can't even go in there. Too expensive. But
have you
man,
heard,
is it cool.
Have you heard the way they talk? Nar? It's a fucking blast as soon as you get there. And their favorite thing is when you say, I do an Australian accent, why don't you tell me how my Australian accent is? They're always like, fucking go for it, mate.
Yeah, they seem like a kind people.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly. So hell, wait. We have this perfect example of Australia being a fucking blast, and we're supposed to think that hell is going to be a bummer?
I still think hell is just getting throat fucked by wall penis for eternity.
You're responsible for extracting all the
yeah,
vanilla.
but we were talking about that, and one guy is like, oh no, I have to suck penis.
I was going to say, it could be like Australia, where all of a sudden you're like, actually, this is pretty nice.
You guys have Outback Steakhouse here? Because I kind of thought
did you know in Australia it's called In-Back Steakhouse? In-Front Steakhouse?
I was going to say maybe it's just called Out Front.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm writing that
Outback
down.
Steakhouse, they just called it Bob's. It's just fucking Bob's house, man. You want to fucking go grill up a fucking giant lobster because some of the largest lobsters in the world are fucking off the New Zealand and Australian coast? No. Same time next week?
Dude.
Absolutely.
You ever go into a Target inside of a Starbucks?
That's pretty good. That's
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.